So then, last time things happened.
Quite a few things.
Yes, many things. You all trekked further through the ruins, which you came to learn were the Claydol Cairn. You briefly befriended a trio of Claydol. Not Claydol, Baltoys. You found the control room, or something like a control room, and the Baltoys went berserk.
The day the Baltoys went berserk. It reminded me of something. Yeah, the Baltoys. And we brought one home.
Yes.
Observation: is Tubby glitching out for anybody else?
Yeah, Tubby is glitching for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, let me close some stuff.
Yeah, it might be good. If you're playing Minecraft in the background again, maybe not today.
No, I'm not.
I legitimately had to check because I was actually having a little bit of weird lag myself earlier, but I think it was just something else, unrelated. Possibly because I was doing video editing, that can be intensive. Oh yeah, we also have we have one of the Baltoys as well. It's broken, but
Yes. Where is...
right here.
Where'd it go? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, green.
Oh, and it's handily named, of course, thank goodness.
It's green.
Yes, it's the green one, because there was a red, a green, and a blue.
PJ Salt 1 PJ Salt 51 PvP Yu-Gi-Oh gave me this. Anybody you want some?
And, yeah, if I'm recalling correctly, Riley ended up doing something terrible to the red one. And it is no more.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he shot a Big Bang attack at it.
Big Bang Attack. Was it Death Ball?
Obviously, it was Gallic Gun.
Oh my god. I don't watch
Yeah,
Dragon
like
Ball Z.
No.
That's really that
It's not
was our
an
first
order
death of the
thing.
game.
He's
Technically.
not dead.
No, the Baltoy's dead.
He's not dead. He's fine. He was just moved.
I think green. I don't know, man.
From this
Go ahead and
coil.
tell yourself that.
Yeah, sent
we're-
to the next dimension, exactly.
We're the 4K dub, so he was sent to the next dimension.
Yeah, censored.
And let's see. Oh, I guess there was a very, very brief, small recap we could do of the Pokerole PMD Discord server RP thing we did.
As far as I recall, essentially you all sort of settled yourselves in at Rise's house when you were...
Kyrio.
Ralph is having the most magical dream ever.
Yes, Ralph is having a very magical dream. I'm gonna have to look at the thing.
I can recap a little bit. Tucker, so Salandit was brought back, and Salandit's basically kind of behaving, realizing it's kind of fucked if it tries to go back to Salazzle at this point. So, and Tucker more or less just kind of kept an eye on the Salandit during the night to make sure it didn't run off or cause any trouble, but also kind of Tucker basically slept next to Salandit, and in the process, while he was sleeping, his paws kind of flopped over the lizard, and kind of subconsciously tucking the creature to his belly as the night went on. Sort of possible childlike desire to tuck a doll close while sleeping, or possibly something more protective. Just sort of a subconscious thing. And the Salandit, well, Car, you can go over what you said there. That was pretty good.
Let's see here. What was it that I said? I don't think the Salandit actually said
No, it didn't.
anything.
No, it isn't. You just kind of gave. You ended up giving kind of a mental response, which we don't normally do. But anyway, it's kind of interesting.
So the Salandit was kind of conflicted with everything, and because it essentially had no place to go. It couldn't go back to the Salandit bandits because Slazzle would have its head, essentially. I don't know, maybe literally. And doesn't think it's going to be well accepted here in town, but, you know, who knows? Main protagonists have a way of changing things. But, it kind of wanted to wiggle out of Tucker's grasp, but ended up not doing so. Just to not disturb the Pucciana holding on to it, because the Pucciana was actually nice. It is the least terrifying of the party.
Hey, Riley was trying his best.
Riley tried his best and vaporized a ball toy.
That wasn't him. For the most part.
I'm not that terrifying unless I wiggle my fingers. Not that often. But he's not a wicked, so not canon.
I just have to aside. I'm just amused that currently the chat is talking about Shy Frey, who comes by and actually does some big donations sometimes, and they're talking
Bleed
about
Purple 100 bleed purple 10
talking
bleed
about
purple
Shy
10
like
bleed purple
they
10
just bring the
bonus
apocalypse
13.
every now and then.
Pretty much.
They always get nuked, they say.
I also highly recommend everybody use the bleed purple thing, if they can, because that gives people extra bits.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Yes, it's nice.
Though I don't like thinking about bleeding right now, but whatever. It's all good. It's helpful all the same. This is good bleeding.
I mean, if you want to call it that.
Just like back in the Middle Ages when they were trying to drain humors or whatever it was. Good bleeding.
That
It
was...
killed people, though.
except... Well, they either used leeches, or it was just straight up, exsanguination.
Yep, pretty much. Anyways, this is a weird topic to get on.
Alright.
Bleed purple 100
Yeah,
bonus
let's
10,
get started.
please. Let me enjoy
Oh,
this.
I know what your next adventure is going to be. Hooray for Vampire House.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Zubat everywhere.
Bleed purple
Oh, there it
1000
is.
bonus
There's the nuke.
1000. Have a good stream. Cherum Tilda.
So
Hi there, Shy.
I feel like every room we enter, we roll 12 dice, and if they are not all sixes, we hit a Zubat.
Oh my god.
To be like the games.
I'm sorry, Ruff, you hit a Zubat? You're thinking very generously of yourselves and your stealth. Also, goodness shy, thank
Roll
you.
12 die and
Multiply
and
by
if
100.
Yeah, for every one that's not a 6, it's a Zubat.
But Jeebus, that bit donation.
Oh, did
Anyway.
he just heal himself?
We should, move on, I think, perhaps.
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, I'm just waiting for that.
So,
Bleed
yeah, sorry.
purple
When
100
last we left
bonus
off, you were all
10
sleeping in your own places. I don't know what Kyrio decided to do about their sleeping situation.
He went to the his room, his actual room.
Ah, so he went back to the club. That's fine. Ralph was... yeah. Alright. That's fine with me. Everybody else is in Rise's house. Oh god, Rise is starting to, like, own a hotel at this point.
Yeah.
He's not going to be responsible for housing all the strays you guys pick up. I'm going to tell you this right now. He has enough.
What do you mean? It's one lizard.
I'm not sure the Baltoy counts as a stray. It's just kind of broken right now.
It's dead.
Yeah.
We killed it.
Fuck that.
Well, no, the green ball toy isn't dead. It's just...
Not yet.
Why are you
functioning.
insisting that the thing got disintegrated is not dead while you're insisting the thing that just got broken is dead? What's going on?
Obviously, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
You have no say in this. You curled up catatonic in a corner
Look, it's fine, okay? It's been like 2 nights in a row. Not 2 nights in a row. 2 nights in a row at Rise's house. She's been like fucking traumatized.
Yeah, well, this time it's not Rise's fault.
Okay, so there was a gigantic nuking and there was a lot of noise, but unfortunately you guys were able to be heard over it. But we can continue now. It's quiet now. Basically, there's a million subscriptions because of Shy.
Oh, good lord.
So it's bark, bark,
Shy.
bark, 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 over and over again.
Oh, goodness. Shy. Shy, why are you so kind and generous?
I see like the another one. Oh god, it's not over. It's just donated $200.
Wow. Shy, you're really great. I hopefully.
It's the first day of the month, Shy.
I think
Calm down.
I'll probably get a Twitch payment this month. Yeah, I probably will at this rate.
Well, you already have. Boom, you hit it. You hit $100. You hit it twice over already from one dude.
I'm not sure if the 15th gets paid out for payments of the 1st, but I think I should get paid for the other. Anyways, we're getting distracted. Holy shit. Sorry.
Yeah, we are.
Oh god,
Thank
Shy
you, Shy.
spies another lurker.
Thank you,
It's
Shy.
Thank you so much, Shy. Goodness.
He's spotted another lurker, that's the issue.
It's like, lurker, nuke.
That's exactly what he is.
Just
Ripple,
a
100 bonus
5-mile
10,
radius
Eternal
around
Screaming.
Shy is a nuking zone for
Covered in bits is what it is.
Yep.
That's the mole.
Anyway,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna try and move on. So,
There it is. He spotted the lurker.
Tucker,
He's the wrong lurker.
Tucker and Riley's pet are, I'm going to assume they're downstairs.
They're downstairs with the puppy. Yeah.
Yes, I don't
Yeah.
know who slept down or up. I think most people are sleeping down, right?
I think Ralph just collapsed on the main floor, and I think
Yeah.
Riley chose to curl up in a corner on the main floor.
Yeah, I'm in the corner.
That means that only 2 of you are on the same floor as each other. And one of you's not even in the same building. Well, the Boltoy is also on the 1st floor, but that's a given. Ralph is having a pleasant dream for Ralph that will not be
Yes.
described here.
Oh, it got even more pleasant.
So,
Yes, I will have some more, please.
Oh my god. I'll tie him up again.
eventually even Riley sleeps,
That's impressive.
but your dreams are interrupted.
No, not
Just-
again.
Hang on.
No.
Just as the morning starts to break, and there's this sort of dim static noise, both visually in the dream and audibly.
Oh no.
And-
Did you leave the microwave on?
This voice, this garbled voice, echoes to all of you. You know,
What?
quite right. You know, he's right.
Like, can somebody isolate that audio so I can reverse it later?
I can hear it even worse because I'm hearing nothing but barks right now.
Unlike vessel 1.5%.
Oh no.
And then you wake up.
Bleed
Okay,
All
can
of
we
you-
get that in English, please?
69
Nope.
Huff.
Damn it!
That sounded like the Boltoys.
It was the clay doll. It was the clay doll charging
the
up.
Wait, no, I'm sorry.
1.5%. We're fucked if he wakes up. That's what's happening here.
Shy. Oh my god.
That was a good dream
So-
until you started talking nonsense again.
Yeah. So for Ralph, everybody else had just like the static visual and noise along with the weird voice. For Ralph, instead it was just Rise staring down at him with static eyes,
Oh.
speaking at him.
That's what I was thinking. Like his eyes go static and his expression goes blank, and he relays that message.
Bleed Purple 500 bonus 50. Let me give some more.
And you all
food.
wake up at the same time, by the way. Tucker, the Solanda is asleep.
Okay.
You know what they say, let sleeping lizards lie.
That was a good night.
I don't wanna...
So,
Is Rise around?
Rise is snoozing.
I'm
Because
not
it's
gonna wake that
sunrise.
cat. I'm gonna stay here, I'll wait for him to come down. I'm not moving.
But yeah, you can see Rise snoozing based on the light filtering in from outside. Not to mention the fog that sort of rolled in on the streets. It must have potentially rained at some point.
Yeah.
Yo, someone must have done
It's very early in the morning.
Wait, why are we up so early? Simply because of the thing blamed
Static.
Because of the dream, yes.
Wait, we affected all of our dreams in the process? What if that was a side effect? Or an intentional effect, rather.
Creepy static dream voice woke you all up.
Alright.
I wonder if waking up early means you get to eat more breakfast.
Ralph is completely unaffected. This is normal.
Tucker is probably capable of being an early pup. I mean, he probably was as a breeder back in the day anyways. So, he's a very gentle pup too. Obviously, he doesn't want to bother people, so he'll probably pat around gently to figure out what the noise was, without trying to wake anybody who's still asleep. Of course, this means that he has a little trouble getting up in the first place, given how the Saladin's kind of tucked against his belly, so he has to do a really slow little scoot away.
Make him roll a
Bleed
stealth
Purple
check.
100 bonus 10 more Pokemon. Sweet.
Hang on, let me see what you have.
question.
Might be required, yeah.
Does Leah for next Munchlax sale yet?
Yeah, that would be Dex Survival, since you don't actually have stealth.
Dex survival, alright.
Oh, that's not a good combo for you.
Not terribly. There we go. Uh-huh.
Yeah, your scooting is jostling the Salandit, because you don't want to let go of it, so it starts to wake up. Stop shaking me, I'm awake.
Oh, I have the best, most unbackfireable idea ever. Ride always makes us food, so I will make us food instead.
Oh god. Oh god.
Okay, so before we do that, what's Riley doing?
Okay, if he said that out loud... Did you say that out loud?
Yes. I said
Okay,
it out loud.
I'm going to
cook
get
us
out
all
of my
breakfast.
curled up position, and I'm gonna drag you by your ears away from the kitchen, and then go back to my corner.
No, I'm gonna cook us all breakfast. I'll fight you on that with a strength contest.
Yep, strength contest from both of you,
What contest?
because it's against someone else.
Oh. Damn it. Aha! Aha!
Yep. Riley is still a Riolu, and he is still strong enough to drag the however many pounds Munchlax away from the kitchen.
Upwards of 260, but yeah. I'm gonna help.
I'm just gonna sit in the corner and hold on to your ear. I'm not letting go.
However, always the observant Pooch with perky ears. He did catch that comment as he wakes up and tries to assess multiple situations. While it's not what he's focused on, he does note that Rise did tell him that he could cook and do things as a quadruped, and he likes the idea of cooking for Rise, and might try something himself later. Perhaps.
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 I can be a good cook. I'm good at eating food, so that must mean I'm good at making it.
Right. Brooke, what are you doing? You have been awakened by a very strange dream. It is very early, like sunrise early.
Wait, hold on. He got woken up by 2? Huh.
All of us.
Every one of the party members got woken up by it.
Huh. I thought it was just a nearby thing. Huh, interesting.
No. This is not something that was projected by the Boltoy, though it might appear so considering the similar voices. This was not the same voice as Green.
Also, just a side note, did anybody actually pick out the voice card it did? Because honestly, I was dealing with barking the whole time.
It's so little that I actually understood.
Okay.
But honestly,
Yeah, something about a vessel and it's loading up. And...
yeah, literally the only thing I got was the end bit. Otherwise, I was convinced he was playing back like reverse text, reverse talking. It was that garbled.
Okay, thank you. That also updates the viewers, because there's barking for them too.
Gosh dang it, Valentine. No.
Has the SS Light X much like sailed yet? There we go.
As for Brooke's part, it's actually rather quiet today. It looks like whatever Pokemon are in the common quarters are trying to continue sleeping this early. Though some of the more nocturnal ones are turning in for the day, as it were, and you pass a few of them. But there doesn't seem to be much of anybody downstairs at the moment. Anyway, who wants to roll stealth to see if they wake up Rise or not?
Oh,
Between
God.
Riley and Ralph.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
yeah.
I guess that would technically be me. What should I roll? Dex survival.
Yep, Dex survival, because none of y'all have stealth.
I have Dex
Yeah.
though. I have good Dex.
I feel like I should roll it too since I was. The
I
one
kind of
doing
feel like
great.
they both would have to roll for this, considering they probably both made noise. in
Don't
the
screw
process.
this up for me. I did good. Oh, come on!
What did you ask?
Don't screw this up for me. I rolled well.
Alright. So that's a moot 0. Rise sort of goes and flops over on his side and does that cat thing where he'll slowly roll on his back and flop over to his other side.
Fear emoji.
Swishy tail. When you get outside, Kyrio, or I should probably address you as Brooke properly, it's actually fairly brisk out, which is, mildly odd, considering, it's generally humid around Savantown and hot. But there's a light fog just sort of sitting on the ground, maybe a few feet high. And just like the first cool rays of light from the sun are coming across the horizon at sunrise.
Great.
What? Oh no.
Another orb. Entirely feasible question to ask.
The Salandit has just like the squinty standard Salandit look because it's tired, and just accepts the pat and goes.
I feel like even though Tucker is the dog, Ralph's the one you would shout, "Ralph, don't eat that! What are you eating?"
Tucker could probably be encouraged to be a garbage disposal, but yeah, currently he's not that.
Don't go crashing in on Ralph's territory.
Hyenas are scavengers, notably.
They are. They also have very powerful jaws that can basically munch up anything, probably.
This is why biting power is essential. Anyway. So, what are you three doing in the house right now?
I'm holding back the Munchlax.
I'm gonna look to see if Rise is like awake. Or still just kind of laying there.
You can't tell.
Hmm.
It's a cat thing. You literally cannot tell if he's actually awake or not.
Tucker is starting to get nonchalant about Ralph and Riley, but he is at least a little happy to see a little spirit out of Riley again after the other
Little
day.
spirit? I'm back in the corner.
Some spirit was demonstrated though.
You gotta let me go. He's gonna wake up soon. He's gonna wake up soon.
Can I hold his mouth shut?
Sure, give me another. Actually, give me a grapple.
Grapple. Oh god.
Which is strength fight brawl.
Oh sweet. This is my jam right here. Oh, what? Come on!
Well, he has neither more strength nor more dexterity than you, so... You manage it. Barely.
Woo!
But it's more like you managed to stick your hand in the Munchlax's mouth.
Oh god, this is not a good place for my hand!
You know, I don't think I have any combination of rolls where I can get that many dice. Maybe at some point I will.
So, Tucker, you managed to come upstairs, Salandit in tow, and you see Riley just sort of huddled in the corner, clinging to the Munchlax, having stuffed his hand into the Munchlax's mouth, and Ralph is still trying to talk while muffled, and Rise is still asleep.
Tucker is not super concerned about this. Oh, the Salandit's coming along. Is it walking along, or did I just pick it up?
No, I'm under the assumption that you never let go of it.
Oh, it's carried. Well, I don't know how I can carry it and walk unless I slumped it on my back again.
Talent.
I probably could do that though. I'm fluffy enough for it. Well,
dogs are generally good at walking with 3 legs. I'm sure you're.
oh, I just tucked under the leg with a little bit of a hopping walk. Yeah, I see it now. I see exactly what. Well, Tucker would be a little nonchalant with those two, but he's curious about the ball toy because he thinks that the noise kind of reminded him of the ball toy. So he's probably going to try to go over and inspect it.
Well, there isn't much of a reaction from the ball toy. It's just sort of sitting there.
He gives it a few idle sniffs and verifies it doesn't seem to have been the cause of that noise. Which is perplexing, but okay.
Well, it still smells mildly of, like,
Energy?
battery acid.
Yeah.
Is the best term I can use here.
It needs some new double A's.
Well, I mean, it did just get fried with electricity, malfunctioned, and was beaten to a pulp.
Kind of.
And Burke does make it to Rise's house after a few minutes and knocks on the door, something that you're all gonna hear. And then Rise is going to just slowly lift up his head.
Oh god.
His eyes are closed, and he goes, who is it?
Small interjection, the chat has asked 2 questions. one, basically a question about the Salandits being male or female, and two, question about Riley if he lost his bone club.
No, I'd still have that.
Yeah, that was in his bag. I don't think he was actively wielding it when he got knocked out.
Oh, Zach missed the possession.
It's bone.
The Salandit's gender? Yes.
Points at Ralph.
Wow,
What's the
hold on a
doorbell?
minute.
My team's
My
still-
team's still freeloading in there. Thanks, Brooke.
Oh, we're gonna not freeload, but he won't let me help.
You're free to pull your hand out of Ralph's mouth whenever you please. So Rise just sort of gets up and stretches, doing the feline stretch thing in the morning, and saunters over to the door and opens it up. His general expression, visage looks tired, but that seems to be normal for him.
That stretch, a little extra drool gets on Riley's hand.
I wouldn't call it freeloading, perhaps, though there are a couple of freeloaders here. And he casts a look at the Salandit, who sort of tries to hide a little bit further under Tucker. He also looks at the ball toy, though he seems to not be quite sure if the ball toy is actually a freeloader or not.
I'm gonna take my hand out of Munchlax's mouth and just hide behind him.
Tucker would finally probably let go of the Salandit, letting the little thing tuck under his belly if he wants to tuck under Tucker.
The Salandit squeaks and hides behind Tucker, much in the same way that Riley is hiding behind Ralph.
Okay, don't try that again. You didn't taste that bad, you know.
Shush.
That's it.
Wait, hold on. What?
I think he got
I ain't
confused.
saying nothing.
That was completely in character as well, by the way.
I know.
Anywho, Rise, it's your lucky day, 'cause I'm gonna help you crush breakfast.
He just looks at Ralph with this half-lidded gaze. No.
Yeah, but you always doing so much for us. Today, we gotta help you.
Letting you use a few extra... goodness, I'm so tired I can't even speak.
Was that in character or...
I'm going to say that's actually in character. I know I have a problem with speaking sometimes, but that's actually in character this time. Exactly. You all should go talk to Pangoro about your adventure.
Oh, right, and we gotta give him, the souvenir.
Yes, I imagine he'll be quite interested in the ball toy.
Yeah, no.
Hey, you did it. Good work.
Huh. That's a disturbing place for it to be hovering from, to be honest.
What? Why? Oh no, I didn't see. Oh,
It's like a chest burster.
no, it's like he has it under his arm.
There we go.
Now it looks like it's under its eye. Before it looked like a chest burster.
Actually, there's an archaeologist who moved in recently at the neighboring town, but I don't think any of you are ready for that journey yet. But I'm sure, once you're all ready, she'll be happy to receive the delivery from you. For now, go get debriefed by Pangoro. Who knows, maybe by the time you're done I'll be there making breakfast.
Oh, that sounds delightful. I had a dream about you. I'll tell you about it sometime.
Oh god.
Ralph, you're not the first person to dream about me, and you're not going to be the last. And he just brushes past and goes back to his bed and flops down. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to sleep a few hours more.
Okay. You enjoy.
Take the wiggly lizard with you.
Wiggly lizard.
Okay, you go see. I wanna pet Rise.
It's just freaking Brooks just there, just like,
And Rise just sort of flicks his ears and gives Ralph a less than amused look from one eye.
Riley can't get any more in the corner, but he's gonna make an attempt.
Tucker looks back at the Salandit, knowing that it has to come along as Rice said, and remarks to Salandit,
Alright, you stay close to me, alright? You don't need the leash, do you?
he doesn't say it meanly, he just kind of says it straightforward.
You're not gonna tie me up again, are you? Please no.
Now if you follow along, okay. I don't need to do that then, because you're being good.
Right.
One moment.
Oh no, Zach, I hope not. Why would he do that? That's very random. Tucker has trouble balancing trying to be responsible and keep somebody in line with being nice.
The Salandit seems a tad confused since it doesn't have a basis for what good is or what acting good is, so it's taking your word for it.
Good job, Lizard.
Tucker swishes his tail over the lizard's back a little bit in a confirmation sort of good boy sort of gesture. Though whether it was intentional or just an unintentional waggle is up for debate.
Well, Burke, it looks like you get to lead everybody to the clubhouse.
Oh boy. I'm gonna get Riley out of the corner.
Well, here's the conundrum that Riley is now faced with. He can go report in, or he can stay in Rise's house.
Oh god. It's a window we can jump out of.
I mean, Brooke is at the door.
Is there a window that's closer?
No.
What are we?
Oh no.
Oh no! What are we talking about windows for? Oh no!
Alright, I'll go out the door.
Okay.
And Zach is thinking that Pangoro is going to karate chop the Salandit for some reason.
I will not allow this.
Then I guess you best come along.
Anyway, the trip to the club is uneventful. It doesn't actually take you all that long, so it's still fairly sort of light out. Fog is slowly burning away as the sun rises. And you make it to the club, and the Tropius is just sitting there on the first floor. You all have no idea how it got in or how it got there. It's just sitting there in its corner.
Does it have any bananas left? Any bananas growing back?
The bananas are green.
Well, in my opinion, that's still good, but I don't know if it'll hurt him if I take the green bananas. So I'll just leave them for now.
Well, I know in the Pokemon games that you can never harvest unripe fruit, so I assume that it's not good for Pokemon.
Alrighty.
Not that Ralph can't try.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. I remember you. You gave me a banana. I like you.
I like you too, Ralph.
Yay. Is Pango Django up yet? I'm gonna make that.
Leader Pangoro is upstairs.
That sounds great. Okay, guys, let's go.
Starting to wonder if this character was made just to torture Brooke.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Brooke. But as you guys head up, the Tropius brings. Brooke is definitely no longer listening. I'm sure. The Tropius swings one of its like leafy wings around and blocks the Salandit from heading up.
Oh no!
Who is this? And he cranes his head down real close, and the Salandit starts shaking and goes bug out and goes.
That's our friend, and you're gonna let him come with us.
Tucker somewhat
Sure.
reflexively hurries, actually kind of jumps over the tail just to go back to Salandit, because he can see the Salandit is freaking out and has seen the Salandit freak out before, and if it makes him feel bad, so.
And Tropius slowly squints into a blink, and then opens up into a squint. Very well then. Keep an eye on them. And Tropius slowly moves his leaf wing away and settles back into their normal sort of standing seated position.
That's right.
No trouble in the clubhouse, please.
You don't believe my friends, and there won't be.
Solanda just nods vigorously and just continues nodding and nodding and nodding. They aren't even like moving their feet.
Tucker quietly just nuzzles over and picks him up under his arm like before.
He keeps just sort of idly nodding, having a scared look about him. It's like, oh my god, that was so big. I was gonna be squishy. It was gonna eat me. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Can I slowly go over to the lizard and pet it?
Certainly,
Pet the lizard, you say?
I wouldn't. Tucker
Yeah.
wouldn't stop you.
It's a shame you have such terrible social stats right now. That would be cool contest normally.
Okay.
I mean, you
That's
can
Well, in
try.
this case, just cool because
There you go.
I'm trying to be a nice guy.
You're not very cool, dude.
I'm sorry, not yet anyway. The Salandit is too like caught up in actually being in this place and getting terrified by the Tropius, its hugeness, that it doesn't notice.
Oh.
We all know that you're trying.
Just keep trying. Just keep trying.
Lizard doesn't know that I'm trying. Aw.
Okay. Now that that's settled, let's
It's
go
okay.
see Pango.
Yes, everybody else knows though. Pangoro's office is where it always is, with its oriental styled door.
Hey, Pango Django. Knock, knock, knock. You awake yet?
Man.
Well, he sure is now.
It's your favorite team.
It's hard to tell because of the way the Pangoro faces are, if Pangoro's actually, giving you an unamused look or not. I hesitate to call you such a thing. Far too early in your careers. And he's just sitting at his desk. It almost seems like he was sleeping there.
So we just have to try harder.
Somebody's
Anyway, we found the thing. Well, I'm not the team leader. Brooke will tell you about it. But we found the thing and we got the treasure and we brought you a present. Yeah.
Just gonna shuck at his face. All right.
And let me pull up Pangoro for maximum effect.
Yeah, that would probably be wise.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait. I've got the perfect thing.
Oh, there's a fling command, Flick. You can
Oh
use
yeah, I
flick.
can flick it.
Yeah, just click, hold, and then drag the opposite direction of where you want it to go.
There you go.
Good enough.
The ball toy just sort of heavily lands on Pangoro's desk, shaking a few piles of documents, and he looks down at it and quirks an eyebrow. Well, I didn't expect to see one of these. I didn't expect you to come back with much of anything, if I'm going to be honest.
Oh,
Wow.
what kind of batteries do you got those?
Little corn.
Yes, actually. Our scouts noticed the ruin coming above ground earlier the previous day. Unfortunately, this also means we now have to divert resources to keeping it protected and keeping other Pokemon out. He folds his hands in front of him and sighs, leaning back in whatever chair he's sitting in, and it just sort of creaks from the weight shift.
You're better at creaking than I am.
Well, as per the guild rules, whatever treasures you found down there were yours to keep.
Yes, we found lots.
He sniffs once and looks down at the ball toy again. So I can see.
Claydol
Yeah.
corn.
We saw lots of stuff. There were two more just like him, and there was a Bronzar. He was connected to the thing somehow, and then there was like a controller with some buttons.
He turns and looks at Brooke, leaning forward a bit, causing his chair and the desk to creak some. I think they were saying cairn. It's a type of tomb, a resting place. Judging by the name, we can only assume that Claydol is somewhere deep inside the ruin. Unfortunately, with what little we know, I can't say whether that's a good thing or not.
But this guy was kind of helpful. He answered questions and stuff.
So did the one we were interrogating.
I think he was talking about the clay doll or the ball toy.
Your ball toy.
Oh,
Yeah,
He
he's
blinks
like,
and- Pangoro blinks and briefly turns his head to look at the Salandit. You were saying, however, that this one was useful.
He's a good boy.
You're not the first person to try and befriend one of the bandits. Forgive me if I'm not forthcoming in believing in a turned leaf.
Well, he's not your friend, he's ours, so you don't gotta worry about that.
Actually, he grinds his teeth a bit as he stands up, leaning more heavily on his desk as he looms over the rest of you. It is my business and concern. All of you are members of the Pioneers Club. I expect you all to conduct yourselves as such. While redemption of bandits and unsavory types is, of course, the more merciful course of action, know that any trouble caused by this Salandit, and he points at the Salandit, causing it to flinch, and backstep, will fall onto your heads. And he turns his head, looking at each of you in turn. All of you.
Well,
This
I
means
guess-
any trouble caused by the Salandit that you've saved, and he does air quotes with one hand, will be inflicted upon all of you, Salandit included.
I guess it's lucky that the bandit clan isn't a bunch of munchlaxes. Then maybe I won't be welcome. Alright, guys, that's a good brief debrief.
Tucker would like to say something, if he could get a word in. Behind the munchlax.
Raise your hand.
Raise paw. Can't raise it as high as the rest of you, though. Tucker nods to what Pangoro says and looks briefly intimidated by the consequences listed, but has a strangely steely gaze for a moment too, though soft. And speaks to Pangoro.
Well, you're right. He wasn't good at first, but he definitely did help us. And I think he's got a ways to go, but I think he's got a good part of himself in there somewhere. And I think they're scared of their boss. I don't think they really necessarily want to work for the Salazzle or whatever it was called.
Salazzle is the head of the Salandit bandits, and he sits down and moves to rub his temples with one hand. Though, now I have to wonder if you know how Salandits function.
Tucker hesitates a moment. He hadn't quite learned
In
that.
fact, it's probably for the best that Pokemon as young as you all don't need to know. Suffice to say, many of them willingly serve her, and the trouble they've caused is enough to give any member pause.
Wait a minute. We never said that he was a member of the Salandit Bandits. Maybe he's just a regular Salandit we found on the side of the road.
Tucker is just giving a look to Ralph.
Yeah?
Can I attempt to drag him out of the room by his ears?
You can attempt, but Pangoro is going to stop you because you haven't yet finished the debriefing.
Oh no. Is there something I can stuff in his mouth?
Also, Tucker just straight up said that, yeah, he was a troublemaker first, but then he helped. So, I think it was already pretty much clear that, yeah, this is part of the bandits. Ralph's statement is not going to do anything.
Pangoro folds his arms and returns his attention to Brooke. Now, you said that the ball toys were telling you to not wake Claydol. We can take that to mean that Claydol is a dangerous force. If nothing else, then one that is an unknown. And we don't like to deal with unknowns here. Not on the Plains continent. He pauses for a second and then gets a deadpan look.
Oh, so you don't like unknowns? I think they're cool. They look like alphabet soup.
Yeah, he anticipated what Ralph was going for before Ralph said anything, and just sighs. Every time. Never fails. At least it wasn't Rise.
So I thought I was being clever.
In any case, what we do know is that Claydol tend to be powerful. And if there's an entire cairn dedicated to a Claydol, let alone one shaped like a Claydol, we can assume the individual is powerful. Or, at the very least, knowledgeable. However, that is no longer your concern. As of now, the ruins are for rank C and above only.
Yeah, it's okay. We already got the treasure.
And for reference, when he says C using the letter grades, he does mean like, hang on, let me find the reference sheet.
Where is that?
I found. He means silver rank.
Yeah. For reference, sir, any streamgoers are confused. We're currently E rank.
Yeah.
Baby rank.
Yeah, we're still normal.
And I remember last time I gave you guys the necessary rank points for the mission.
Also, I just realized two things. You should be promoted, and also you're green today. I see. There you go. I forgot to promote.
Oh. Well, thank you.
Yes. Oh, whoops. Well, Tucker didn't get an opportunity to say something, but that's his own fault. And also because I forgot. He was probably going to add with the other things he was saying about the Slandit that the other Slandits actually rejected this one. Something he observed. They kind of abandoned him, if you remember. The ones in the core area. Did not care much for his sake. Well, her sake. I don't know this gender, but
It's
state.
No, not.
The bandits are notoriously cowardly. It would not surprise me to see them abandon one of their own so that they could flee.
Yes, well, we're the heroes. We don't got that luxury.
Tucker is clearly annoyed at this fact, thinking it quite, well, mean.
Actually, he leans forward on his desk again. You have to wonder how much punishment this desk can take.
What's that desk made of? Is it
Solid
just
oak.
like made of steel? Like
It's
Just like
it's probably made of bamboo.
bamboo. Oh dear,
Wouldn't be surprised.
that's not good. It's only got so much.
I'm
holding
sure I
strength.
described it the last time we were in Pangoro's office, like 2 or 3 sessions ago, but feel free to imagine it as you like.
Those are like bones. They only have strength in one direction.
Actually, bamboo is rather strong.
Yes,
it
but
has a strong
it's
shape.
much stronger from pushing it out on top than it is from the sides.
Fair. Anyway.
I didn't know
He,
you were a bamboo expert, Eragon.
I was talking with the coworker about how it would pretty much if we just started farming bamboo as a source of power
What?
because it grows stupidly fast.
Well, that's
I mean, yeah.
A bamboo farm, you could generate a lot of power out of that because you could grow an entire bamboo tree in a week.
that's bizarre. I didn't know that.
Bamboo grows really fast. It's like a weed.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's botanically it's a grass, but moving on.
Yeah,
Sorry.
moving
Yes.
on.
Fun fact, by the way, if we're still on the topic of bamboo before we go back, bamboo can also be made into fibers for clothing.
Yep. Very versatile bamboo. Great thing.
Need more bamboo in their lives.
More bamboo.
Anyway. Pangoro does his lean thing and looks more specifically at Brooke because Brooke is the leader. Tell me what happened in the control room. The more we know about how the ruins function, the better. The rest of you are free to chime in. He's directly addressing Brooke, because Brooke is leader, but, you know, you guys are also free to add facts as well.
Riley said like 5 things today. I think he's gonna just... Can he attempt to comfort the lizard again?
Yes, you may.
Just one die?
Gimme...
Wait, here's a
Actually-
suggestion. If since Riley notices his attempts are not working too well with his normal skills, perhaps he could try a different method, which would involve different stats. If he
Well,
could
I
think
I
of
was trying
one.
to comfort the lizard instead of like petting in the gold zone.
Well,
Just suggesting.
I'm sure there's unorthodox ways to use Force Palm.
Can I force palmily pet it?
Well, I didn't mean forcefully, but using Force Palm requires putting aura through your hand, right?
That's true. Sure, I mean, oral massage, sure.
Alright.
There you go.
Gimme... If I can... Give me Dex, Fight, and Instinct.
Okay.
See a couple ones there, unfortunately.
Damn it.
So you put the aura into your hand, and you pet, and for the most part, the Solanit just feels warm. But they calm down just a little bit. You think you're getting a better hang of how the aura stuff works.
I need an instruction manual. So I can properly not read it, and then keep trying what I'm doing.
There's a soft cackling in the back of your head.
Oh god. Can I run out of the room?
Sure.
I'm just gonna go, and run out the room. Like, hand on head, just fucking book it.
Both Pangoro and the Solandit stare at you as you run out of the room. And then he looks at everyone else. That is not how he was acting earlier when we met. Is there something that needs to be shared with me?
Oh, I totally forgot about this. Well, he's been kinda acting funny for a while. But in the ruins, he fainted, right? So we're like, oh no, he fainted. And then he got back up and he was all glowy and red. And he shot a big energy ball, kaboom, at the Claydol, and I went, and lots of spit as he's describing it. It was all like, and then he was all like, I want to fight some more. And I was all like, okay, I'll do it. But he was all like, yeah, I changed my mind. And he fell over again. And then he got back up.
I'm sorry, Kyrio. Please feel free to start composing your report while I give a response to what Ralph just said.
I would just say, in general, Kyrio, feel free to interject with your posts. After all, they're text, so feel free to interject with them.
Yeah.
Also, side note, I blanked. Did Riley run out of the room?
Yeah.
I was
Yes,
reading the chat a little bit.
Riley just ran out of the room.
Screaming.
What caused that?
Holding his head.
Just, the sound, right? Or the thing that we don't know about, but the thing that
Yeah, the thing you don't know about. You don't know why.
Right, okay. trying to sort this the chat out as far as the gang being all males because they're after all flown to Salazzle. So.
There we go.
Well, you don't know that. There might be some lesbians.
That's true, I guess. I mean, that's fair.
Don't assume.
That's fair.
I love Kyrio's garbled pronunciations.
I like it too. Tucker would add in just a quick interjection.
I think they knew what they were doing, too.
Regarding the Salandits. They're in there.
At least kinda.
So, as you all are reporting these various things, Pangora's face gets really grim. And he sort of steeples his fingers and sits back in his chair. And then there's a snapping noise, and he falls backwards with a loud thud.
He breaks his
Oh
chair.
no!
Are you okay? Bingo Jango?
No, he's
I'm
dead.
fine. I really need to order a stronger chair. Ugh. But steel-type chairs are so expensive. Just, you see his hand shoot up, and he grabs onto his desk and pulls himself. Well then. Let's go in order, shall we? It wouldn't surprise me that the Salandits knew at least somewhat what they were doing. I doubt they actually knew what they were doing with the panel or whatever it was that they got to chewing. But they managed to make it work, so they figured they could make it work again. What's more concerning is that the ball toy ended up malfunctioning, which explains the state of this one, and emotions to it that you've brought to me. Unfortunately, I don't have anyone on hand who's an expert in this stuff. We're going to need to wait until Sea Spray Town becomes available again. He, tugs at his chin. Maybe if you're good enough by the time that happens, I'll send you en route with it. But that's another subject for another time. What truly concerns me is the fact that Riley seems to have an issue that needs addressed.
Do you know what it is?
No. He looks away. I can't be sure at the very least.
Because, if you do, then we maybe you need to know.
For now, go find your friend. And when you're ready for another mission, come back here. Bread. Can't be.
I really think you should tell us if you know, but okay.
Ralph, as intelligent as you are, let me give you a little piece of advice. Now would be a good time to find something to do outside of the clubhouse. If you need items appraised, boxes unlocked, or anything from the market, I suggest you do so soon. It gets busy in the mornings.
The only box just ran away.
Yeah, I don't know where Riley's going, so, where is Riley going?
That's a good question.
Well, you guys don't know why, but There's something he needs to ask to Rise. What's this? He's afraid of that cat.
Wait, so you're running back to Rise's house?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're running back to Rise's house... Hang on, I need to grab the cat.
There's the cat.
He's walking the other direction.
Scoot 2, stop.
Just casual saunter while you're just flailing past.
Wait. Hold on.
Right, he's going to work. Obviously.
He's not even any more concerned with just booking it down the road.
I mean...
Yep.
How many times have you done weird things? I mean...
Okay, that's a good point. Okay, I want to just slide to a stop immediately.
Rise has like this coffee mug looped, his tail looped through like the handle of a coffee mug, and he's sipping it occasionally as he walks.
I'm gonna hesitantly but very erratically just sort of run up to him.
He seems to be humming something to himself. Probably just a little tune while he goes to work.
He's humming
just
the
do
song
be
I'm
like-
playing.
Oh my god. Humming along to the background music.
Yeah.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Standing in a row. Beautiful.
So I was just gonna go. Raz, I need to talk to you, like right now.
Hmm. He doesn't stop walking. He keeps going, and he sort of looks at you out of the corner of his eye, sipping his coffee. He's apparently very good at multitasking.
Apparently. Oh god. Okay. So he's just gonna say, like, there's a thing that looked like me but taller, just spikier, and some weird beige coat on,
Hmm.
very glowing in red.
He stops.
It knows you.
The mug slips from his tail and breaks on the ground, and he
Oh,
turns to
that's
fully face you, and this feels different. This feels different from when, you intruded on his cache. There seems to be something
Oh god.
wrong. He stares at you with dilated pupils, almost like a predator appraising a piece of meat.
Rally
Red.
but fear.
He leans in closer, still looming over you, eyes locked on you. You said red.
Slowly lean back. Slowly lean back.
A Lucario.
I guess.
And for once, the playful Rise has an actual scowl on his face. Where?
It's in my head.
Rise's eyes go wide, and he sinks into the shadows, and his shadow zips off.
Okay.
And bursting through the door for the rest of you is Rise. And he doesn't even notice you all at first, and he goes, Pangoro, we need to talk. Oh. I thought you all were done with the debriefing. Riley was outside.
You hit a few road bumps. Tango Jango here was just about to tell us what he thinks is wrong with our friend.
Tucker just goes up behind and just starts nipping at the back of his fur. Like, stop.
I can't tell you what's wrong with the ball toy.
I don't mean the ball toy.
Stop.
Or we are in danger because of our friend, we need to know.
Tucker trusts Pangoro's need-to-know basis a little bit more than Ralph, obviously.
Indeed.
Someone knock him out. Throw him out the door.
So, Pangoro walks over and, with one big hand, just sort of grabs Ralph's head and lifts him up.
That's a big idea. Wow, Mister, you're really strong on a side note.
I am. They used to call me the Bulwark. Now, I just do the paperwork. And he marches you out the door, sets you down, and turns you around. Go do something outside of the club for a few hours. However, your Salandit friend can stay. The Salandit squeaks and goes, I'm sorry. We need someone who can help our higher-ranked higher-ranked pioneers explore the ruin. Even if it's only the first or second layers, it would be useful to have a guide, someone who understands the layouts of the ruins.
My pet.
If your friend proves useful and loyal enough to not run away on the first notice, then maybe I can make considerations.
Tucker turns to... Tucker gives a nod to Pangoro and then turns to the Salandit and explains...
Alright, you listen to him, alright? He's trustworthy. And if you listen to him, then everything will be great. I'll see you again, okay?
Wait a minute. Does the Salandit want to go?
The Salandit looks down and gets quiet. I don't want to go back in there. Do I have to?
No.
Tucker looks kind of conflicted.
Rise sighs and steps around the desk, his tail lashing back and forth in erratic patterns. Far be it from us to force others to do things against their will. But it would be helpful if you aided our pioneers. You would be given something to distinguish yourself from other Salandit, so you wouldn't be mistaken as one of the bandits even if you met up with another team. Speaking of... Wait a minute. Who had the climbing gear?
He ran away with the box.
Wait, actually...
Yeah, I have that.
Yeah, you
Pangoro gets this look of realization. Wait a minute. Don't tell me. Blaze is going to have my hide if you don't bring that back. Brooke, you're the most responsible. Please find Riley and return the climbing gear. If Blaze finds out you've all returned and not brought back your rental equipment, he'll have a conniption. Thank you. After you do that, you're free to do as you will. Though, as I said before, once you all are ready to partake in another mission, return here. I'm sure I'll have something for you all. Oh, unusual. Personal requests. I don't want to hear it from you.
Alright, you go, talking to the Salandit. You go if you want to. It sounds like they really need your help, but don't you let anyone be mean to you. Okay, I'll be back.
Okay, so where has Riley gone?
I mean, he was like in the road. Now he's just confused, so it's probably still just standing in the road.
Well, you're standing in the road and you have well over 100 money. You have the climbing gear, a box up with a key that you don't know how to use, and an oranberry.
Yeah. Well equipped.
I'm gonna go out and try and find him. Because I'm curious about that box.
Well, Kyrio's not finding anything, just put a blindfold on.
We may as well make Kyrio's Totodile like a blind swordsman. I'm joking, Kyrio. Anyway. So Ralph is going off, presumably with Brooke at the moment, since you're still in the Pioneer Club, to go find Riley.
Yeah, probably waddling after Brooke.
Tucker takes a moment to basically give the Salandit another pet and say,
Yeah, you shouldn't have to be forced to do anything, but if you help, it'll make a lot of people happy. And you'll do a lot of good. And that's really good.
he's just kind of chirping that out in a happy tone.
You bird.
The Salandit sort of nods here and there as you punctuate your words with like little chirpy barks.
Actually,
Real quick side question, actually. If I recall what you told me, Car, there's no way to repair that neckerchief right now, is there?
Not completely, no.
Okay.
It would require actually going to a garment maker to fix. Rise could probably fix it up a little bit, enough that you could wear it and it wouldn't be like this shabby, tattered rag hanging off of you, but he wouldn't be able to repair the abilities on it.
How tattered exactly is it? Is it fall apart if you wear it out in a dungeon tattered?
You could wear it, but it's kind of nastily torn and looks mildly mistreated.
Okay.
In a way, it's worn out. It won't fall apart, but it's not something you'd want to wear.
If it was in half decent shape, Tucker would totally give that to Salandit just as a keepsake. But since it's not, he'll
Think of
probably...
it like having a sock on that has like 3 or 4 holes.
Yeah, it's still functional,
Yeah.
but it's not the most comfortable. Yeah, Tucker will keep it to himself for now since he wants to fix it up. Maybe he'll give it to Salandit later though if he fixes it up. And then Tucker heads out too since he was ordered to and all.
The Salandit's gonna follow you, for the most part.
Oh, Salandit's
Especially since...
allowed to follow? That's good.
Yeah. Anyway, Brooke and Ralph are gonna easily find Riley. He's just sort of staring, kind of dumbfounded in the middle of the road.
It's Mr. Dumbfounded in pure terror.
Okay, since Pango is done debriefing us, let's go get that box open.
What does extrasensory do? Because Zach asked a really weird question.
Extrasensory? Do they mean foresight?
No, I think they mean the move extrasensory.
That's an odd way to word it, Zach. Have it use extrasensory to turn him to his team. I'm not sure.
That
It's
sounds
like mind control.
That sounds kind of not cool. That's not saying Tucker would be getting behind us.
Also, you may be thinking of something like psychic. Because psychic is the catch-all, but extrasensory is,
It's just like the headache
Some-
machine.
yeah, kinda.
So it's like extrasensory turns you into a dark archon, and you just.
Oh, that's right. Duh. Tucker was actually keeping track of a few things. I guess it doesn't really matter, though.
Okay, so you gonna give me the box, or you gonna come with us?
Not that Pangor could do much with that information anyways.
I mean, I found the box, so.
Is he...
Is Riley catatonic?
He's not paying attention.
Okay, just wasn't sure if there was a
Okay.
call issue or if that was intentional.
No, Riley. That's what Riley's doing. He's just like
Okay,
staring.
so I'm just gonna take the box.
You know, though, maybe Tucker can... Oh, I had an idea.
Don't rob me. This is a mugging.
It's more like a pickpocketing. He's just gonna reach in the bag and take the box.
So I'm getting a hand waved in front of my face. So Riley's gonna be like, bleh. Snap back to life.
So, do I succeed in taking the box?
Hey,
No,
no,
you
that's
don't.
my box.
Oh,
Sorry, that would have required a dexterity, survival, stealth. Yep.
alright.
Hey! Can I roll to not lose my box?
Sure.
What would that be?
Well, since you were mildly catatonic, insight, survival, and instinct.
Okay.
Probably.
It's my box.
Probably. Oh, hi, Vivian. Oh, thanks for continuing that. Tucker would probably pipe up and mention,
If we can't open that, we could probably still sell it. Maybe somebody else would want it.
Riley's gonna just look around and like, where'd you all come? No, I'm not okay.
Okay.
What?
The Salandit just sort of stutters quietly.
Oh, god damn it!
Yeah, the Salandit nods when Brooke mentions that, yeah, Pangoro said that it could be opened in the market.
also, what was the Salandit responding to?
Well, the idea of selling the box. Because in the Salandit's experience, boxes have nice things in them, and usually you can get more for what's in the box than the box itself. Because a box is a box, but what's in the box is stuff that's special.
It could even be another box.
Oh. God, that's
Anything could be in the box, Lois. Even a boat.
You know how much we wanted one of those. But why don't we just get the boat? We'll take the box.
Hey, where's your boat? We chose the mystery box. Hop in.
We'll take the box and trade the boat for 3 tickets to a crappy comedy club.
Right. Let's get the mystery box opened.
I like how Brooke is volunteering Tucker to be the group therapist.
Gotta get therapy to the freaking Oran doggo who's clearly got some issues. Nice.
Tucker honestly just wags his tail, just wanting to be of service, so he doesn't even really care.
He's just like, this is fine. Tucker will probably be here to listen. That's really heartwarming. Thanks.
Okay, let's go. Let's go open the box.
PMD did loot boxes before they were cool, says Hyper.
Cool in quotations.
Yes, well. Yeah, I mean, PMD did loot boxes legitimately cool, and then other things did loot boxes in quotation cool ways.
Can I attempt to pet the lizard again?
Yes, you may.
With force palm pet the lizard? Because that did better than me petting normally. Even if I got laughed at.
I want to point out that if you get a 0, you might hurt it.
Yeah, that's a good point. If you get 0 successes, you'll essentially be like, you'll like touch it with force palm, and it'll be like doing the attack.
Oh no! God, these hands can only destroy, but I'm gonna try anyway.
All right.
'Cause I don't know that. Dumb.
All right.
Brooke is clearly not letting anything get him down. Brooke is clearly trying to hide his emotions.
Dex fight instinct.
Though, if you force yourself to be happy, you're happy, right? We'll see. Oh my god.
Critical pets.
Not quite. That too would have been.
Like, you are way too emotionally distraught to actually bring up enough energy for it to be destructive.
Is that good?
So instead, it's like there's just these gentle, empathetic waves, and you pet the Salandit a few times, and the Salandit looks up at you, and they get these big watery eyes and they start crying, going, "I'm so sorry."
What? What? For what?
I'm so sorry you're so upset.
Oh my god, can we hug him?
Yes, you may.
I'm gonna hug this lizard.
While they may be mean things in general, Salandits, you have to keep in mind they actually are pretty emotionally sensitive given their, well, just given how they exist and how they work. They would be emotionally sensitive, wouldn't they?
Just a bit.
Not necessarily nice, just they can be emotionally sensitive, that's all. Or I would imagine dark types are usually good at picking up on emotions because it's a great way to manipulate somebody.
They're not dark types.
You're right, never mind.
Yeah, they're fire
Fire
poison.
poison.
Ignore
You're a
everything I
dark
said.
type.
You're the dark type. You're the only dark type here.
With these mistakes, I might be the dork type at this point.
The dork type? What kind of breeder are you?
The dorky kind.
Apparently not the sort taught about Salandis. Probably was going to be taught about that when he was older.
Just gonna
Salandits are the advanced class.
I'll hug this lizard. This is fine.
The Salandit just sort of barely hugs you back. They're too busy crying because empathy.
Ah!
They get your fur wet.
This is fine.
Because big blobby anime tears.
Be careful, those tears might be mildly poisonous. Probably not enough.
This is fine.
Salandit used water spout.
Oh goodness, what moves does Salandit know? Hang on.
Tucker's about to cry too with this whole scene.
Ralph's waddling towards the market.
I still have the box! And the climbing gear! Someone was supposed to return that!
Oh.
Sadly, Salandit doesn't know anything liquid-based, just poison gas, ember, and scratch.
Everyone forgot about the freaking climbing gear. Someone be responsible and take that climbing gear, damn it. Oh yeah, Kyrio said something about the climbing gear and I ignored it. Never mind, sorry Kyrio. I missed that. I mean, you can just take it off me, I guess. I'm busy.
You and the Salandit are sharing a hug moment.
We're having a moment. Just take the climbing gear.
Other citizens of Savantown passing by are looking at you guys a little weirdly.
This isn't the first time.
Okay, we're the best. We're the best team. We're famous, that's why they're looking at us.
Yeah, sure.
Tucker just kind of fluffs up next to the group that are crying. Emotional support dog.
Yeah. The munchlass is gone.
I mean, Brooke did already volunteer him, so. Bounce. Bounce.
Okay, I guess I'll have to let the lizard out of the hug now.
Yep.
Is he done crying?
Kind of. He's sniffling a bit, and his eyes are still watery, but it's okay.
Delegator. That's great.
Oh god.
It's so fitting.
Oh god, it's perfect.
Delegate.
Anyway.
Oh no, that is no.
So,
wow.
Ralph is a bit ahead of everybody else in going to the market. Because he hasn't had breakfast yet, I guess he's hungry. Brooke, however, is going back inside. Breakfast hasn't started for anybody yet because Rise is busy talking to Pangoro. But the quartermaster, the Charizard who has the collar with the tag that has Blaze written on it, is standing there, tapping their foot.
What? Brought back eventually.
Well, they're in the clubhouse. You guys are outside. Brooke went inside.
Oh, hold on. I'll just move this climbing gear over it.
Yeah. Technically.
There we go. There we go.
Tucker would kind of escort the two emotionally sensitive Pokemon with him to the falling Ralph.
Ooh, it can be used to power small electronics. I'm just not reading the flavor text on the Thunderstone.
Oh yeah, you got the Thunderstone. Bet you could sell that if you didn't need it.
Yeah, there's a comic I read where they used Thunderstones to power lights.
Why not?
And
Makes
they
sense to me.
used electric type Pokemon to recharge the Thunderstones.
I don't see why they couldn't be a battery. Yeah, makes sense. I really hope no future Pokemon moves gets created now called Poison Tears.
Oh,
Isn't
no.
there already a tear move? I feel like there is.
What, fake tears?
That's it.
Yeah.
When real tears?
So the Charizard takes the climbing gear back and inspects it. And gets a look on their face.
Did we break it? I don't remember.
What'd you guys do with this? The harness is all stretched out. You didn't put the Munchlax in this, did you?
Did we?
It's like you tried to stuff 2 Pokemon in it at once. Ugh,
Oh.
pioneers.
Might have done that.
Just sort of shakes his head and stomps off to the back room on the first floor. Swear everything gets broken when they take it out.
There's only one of the ropes, to be fair.
Yeah.
They wave dismissively. Yeah.
Just picking up on Tucker's psychic thoughts from elsewhere.
No, I think it's more from that Brooks said, thank you for letting us borrow it. Before blindfolding himself and
Sorry, the blindfolding distracted me from the fact
getting the
that
katana out to begin the samurai-ness.
Alright, Brooke. Well, everybody's a bit ahead of you getting to the market, so we'll say you meet up with them after a few minutes. The market is, it's not as busy as it would be slightly later in the morning, but...
I was gonna say I think you can remove that hotkey, and you might want
Yeah.
to, buddy. You might want to.
It's like, good way of knowing what he's typing, though.
Actually, I had a friend that always initiated letting people know that he was typing by just doing that before putting something.
You got right in between the blindfold going on and off. So I guess the unbinding didn't go so well. Oh, that.
How he put on 2 at that? He put on 2 and took one off, and put on another one and took it off. He's still wearing a blindfold. He put on 2.
Oh my god.
Actually.
Kyrio. Anyway, let's keep going.
Oh goodness. Yes. Moving on. Yes, Brooke has now become the 7 blindfolded samurai.
A simultaneous 7,
He's
yeah.
honing his skills by blinding himself, so he has to go by his other senses.
Ugh, that's dumb. Anyway, so you all get to the market. Not all of the stalls are open or set up yet, but of course there's always Kafagri shouting, "Gold! Gold for trinkets, yes!"
I swear, one-track mind that guy.
We'll look for a stall that has like a key on it or an open box.
I just pictured the sinister Kerfragrius The reason he's set up is because he never goes anywhere. He's just always just sitting there, dead of night. Gold!
That's exactly what I imagined.
This thing doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, just the random passerby late at night, just Kofagrigus looms out of the dark and goes, gold!
He's a coffin. They'll be up in the dead of night.
Oh man, if
They are the bed.
if Pokedex entries are to be believed, then Kofagrigus was a human too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just like Yamask.
Yep.
But again, it evolves from Yamask, so.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there is the standard clef key unlocking place, since, you know, that was in Super.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay, so let's go to the keys. Aside note, my brother, who nicknames everything he catches, he caught a cleft key for the sole purpose of giving it the nickname Janitor's Buddy.
Oh, I get it. Tucker would actually be interested in clothing as well. And if I don't know if Tucker is aware of the shop layout at all. I can't remember. I know Brooke is. Brooke had a shopping trip. I don't think anybody else did, right?
You're not
Delivered
at a shop.
mail.
But if Brooke were to mention where he's going, Tucker would follow along.
The shop layout changes bit by bit every day, but in general, most merchants, particularly like the Kecleon shop, the garment shop, Klefki, they all have places where they're going to generally be around.
Yeah. It's kind of just a bunch of stalls and people just set up whenever, right? So it's, sometimes the shop locations could change.
Okay, Riley, dude. Let's go get my box unlocked.
Well, yeah, that's quite possible too, Kyrio.
Also, it is the Kakuna shop, because Beedrill.
Yes, that's right.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go to the unlock shop, not because it's his box, but because it's my box, and I'm keeping whatever's in it. Because I'm doing holding it, and by that, right, it's mine.
I found your box.
Oh no.
I have no idea who this Munchlax is.
Tucker, while a little curious about the box, is kind of sick of the box at this point, probably. He'll find out later what it is. I'm sure. He's sure. And I guess Solanda can follow whoever he wants, but Tucker is okay with him following him.
I hope it's a belt that's too big for you and only fits me.
Oh boy. So, messing with the hotkey made it worse, I assume.
Oh dear.
Let me look at
Certainly
my
looks
hotkeys.
like it.
Maybe I can help you out, dude. Let's see. Where are hotkeys? I can't remember. Something I can non-scripting. I almost
Configuration controls.
never hover over the flip button. I didn't click it, but you should never even hover over it. I'm just trying to look for the right button.
I accidentally said the mouse one. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
That'll do it.
Yeah, because you click the box and you click the box and account the click is the click. And, yeah. Where are the hotkeys though?
Control.
Hang on.
Configuration.
Exit configuration.
That's where they are, aren't they? Controls, yeah.
So, the clef key is just sort of mildly distressed, seeing the two of you arguing over whose box it is, and is like, okay.
I figure
It's-
this is a common problem.
It's gonna be 10 qubits if you want to open a box.
Change it every time.
Can I take the key and go, how much for the key?
Oh. If you have the key, why didn't you open it?
It doesn't work. It's the wrong key.
No? No, it looks at the key in the box. This is the right key in box.
Oh,
Yo.
I'm an idiot.
You
Can I
make
attempt
it-
to put the key in the box again?
Can you make it work?
Sure, I can make it work. Watch this! And the clef key, like, the stone key to the box just sort of floats up because, you know, magical power over keys or some sort of magical girl what's it because fairy type. And the key floats over and the box sort of spins around a bit and then it starts flipping around like a Rubik's Cube almost
Oh.
until the box now has what looks like a small hole on one side.
Oh.
Oh, I
And
never
then it-
thought of that.
Jams the key up against it. Now the entire key does not fit in because of the conical way the key is shaped, but this seems to do it, and the box pops open just a bit. Like the midsection pops open, and then a lid on the top flips open.
So it's like David
Ta-da!
Jones's chest.
Don't
Yeah.
think.
So you had to set up the keyhole to open it. Okay.
God, this is really well. Okay, what's in the box?
The clef key goes ta-da!
I'm gonna.
Wait,
I'm
I
gonna
did
give
that for
them,
free. Dang it!
I'm gonna give them 10.
To be,
Aw, that's nice of you.
that's nice of you.
I'll just take that.
Surprised you didn't give the stack of ones, so you got rid of the stack of ones. But okay,
No, I'm gonna give them 10.
okay.
I have a 10. I'll pay with a 10.
True, it's like paying with pennies. It's kind of rude.
Exactly.
Except for you guys don't have pennies anymore, so you know.
Yeah, we don't have pennies.
Alright, I need you to roll me 2 dice, please.
Are we arguing over whoever gets this box? You guys are
No.
all in the way of my dice.
What's even in it?
I don't know, but apparently something crap and really good. Like a moldy Mary and
Reroll the 1.
Okay.
Oh,
Why am I rerolling the one that it hit
Oh, I see.
somebody's face?
yeah, I guess so.
Yay, 2 successes.
Well then.
I've achieved ultimate power inside of this box. I found Excalibur.
You open it up and just evolve on the spot.
Oh,
Well,
I don't
for
like
one,
this for reasons you don't understand.
you get 6 gold bars.
Oh god, I hide them from the coffin.
Like, almost immediately. Yes, almost immediately as you open it up, there's this mild golden glow, and Kavagrius, you can see the dust cloud is kicking up as it's streaking its way around the oasis towards you. Gold?
Give me
Drink it?
quick.
Gold?
Okay, now, this is our goal. If you want it, it's going to be a lot of Hot Wheels.
Oh, hey, it's
Yes,
mine.
yes, gold for trinkets, yes, give you gold for
Can I
trinkets,
just
gold for
take the
trinkets, yes,
gold
give you gold,
and
gold,
attempt to
gold.
just freaking back away with the gold? You can take the boxing key as well, okay? I'll trade it for the gold.
Not even gonna ask what the trinkets are, huh?
Not yet. I'm creeped the fuck out right now. Is there anything else in the box than just gold?
Well, you've got the 6 gold ingots. We'll have to represent that somehow. Yeah, but the clef key, like, sort of smacks at the back of Kafagrikus' head and distracts it. It's like, you're scaring away my customers. Stop that. Stop it, I say. You always do this. But yes, there is also a jewel.
Ooh.
Now I need...
Is that when I got gold and a jewel and
Yes.
the
Roll
rest
me
of us get
3
something
dice.
else? Me?
Yes.
Oh dear. Wow, I really run track here. It's 6s or...
There it is.
Really? Hmm.
Oh, hey, gold. Sweet.
There you go.
It's
Can I get one
fine.
more?
They should stack too, I think. Yeah, they do.
I have 6 though, I need one more.
Oh, sure.
I think.
They do actually stack. Good. Yeah, I just hijacked one of the currency tokens and turned it into that.
I'm super
Yeah.
concerned with what else is in that
Gold is
box.
gold. Gold is this. This is literally from Super, so I think, right?
Perfect.
Oh, wait.
Oh my god, he's
I
lagging.
counted wrong.
That was a middle leg, yes.
Are these bags strong enough to hold 6 solid gold bars?
I'm perfectly strong enough.
You are, but is the bag.
It's fine. This well-made bags, I'm sure. How are we gonna represent the gemstone, though?
Hang on.
What?
Apparently, the deck on holding it, you can visualize how to use the move Dark Pulse.
Can I even? Okay.
What?
I now wield the power of darkness.
Hello.
This isn't
Yeah.
good for me.
Wait,
Hang on.
wait, did he learn that?
No, he did not. I'll show you in a second why.
What? Am I too dumb?
Is it a TM, basically? I'm
Yeah, I've
confused.
always kind of wondered what the team.
You have just earned your first garment.
What?
Yay! What?
I'm sorry,
Oh,
wait.
I have a garment that gives me dark pulse.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, I got a very rare garment. Sweet.
How the fuck? Okay, you know what? Hey, yeah, group leader, fair distribution of wealth, perhaps. Just a thought.
What do I need to use this? Dex fight and shadow. That's not terrible for me, actually.
Let's see here. So he's got.
Special +3. That's not as good.
I know, but he's gonna notice at some point. Brooke's gonna notice at some point.
He's gonna notice that I have like this bracer with gems on
Like
it. Like
6
some
gold
spew
bars
darkness.
and that rare jewel. Yeah.
Gonna
Jesus
notice that your
Christ.
So let's
bag
see.
is
I mean, Brooke's
dragging
got a
on the
razor
floor.
fang. I mean, and Ralph's got like the fucking thunder thing, whatever. Thunderstone. I don't know.
Ralph has a Thunderstone, and considering Ralph is the logic person, he'll probably use it to make a taser.
And I have fucking rocks.
Yeah, it's perfectly fair.
That's
You have
right.
rocks.
This is a complete fair distribution of wealth. I have rocks. Everybody else has something actually worthwhile.
I'm sorry. I actually see. That's why I rolled the 4 dice was to determine the range in which the moves I could select would be.
It's okay. I throw the rocks at people I want to take the items from, and then I take the items from them.
Wow.
To be fair, right? Tucker's probably going to have many more good social encounters. Also, it would probably be better for you to have the Dark Pulse gem because stab.
Stab. I mean, he's walked out, so he's not aware of this right now. But I don't know.
The fact that I'm running the fuck away from the coffin is think is more accurate here.
But yeah, that would be kind of Dex fight channel too. Yeah, that would work out for what I mean, I'm gonna get some more Dex eventually. So
He's really strong.
To be fair, it's actually I still think better for me than it is for you. Because I have 2 decks
well,
to
see,
fight.
that's not the only thing. I wasn't done. All right, so I talked about how I have rocks every house. I also want to point out you guys all have better stats in a way. Because I have to essentially remember I have to be gimped in a way for logic reasons. So it's something that won't Tucker will get better later, but not right now. Kind of a slow growth sort of thing.
Yeah, but nah, you'll surpass us all later.
But yeah,
I
what
literally
I mean
died.
is that you can generally use the argument, oh, well, I use this move better. Yeah, because Tucker's stats aren't as good.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine.
Well, here's the thing. You're the character in the RPG that doesn't start off great, so a lot of people don't tend to use you, but the people who do use you are like, why aren't you using this character? They're amazing.
No, I'm perfectly happy with Tucker, but yeah, he's gonna get the. Everybody's gonna be able to use the argument. Oh, you're not as good right now. I guess that's technically true, but you know.
You're the negotiator, General Kenobi.
I mean, I am, to be fair. Everybody else has some sort of vice that prevents them from being as socially capable. To be fair.
I don't have a vice.
Brooke is blunt and hasty. Ralph doesn't know how to shut up, and Riley is too awkward and chaotic to properly handle social interactions.
In any
Okay,
case,
can I, like,
Riley is running away from the Cofagrigus, and Brooke and Tucker are going to find a garment shop.
I
Well,
can go
the
sell the
garment shop.
garments. Hey, can I trade this for something useful to me?
I mean, if you want to end up at the garment shop, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you know, I'll run and end up with them. It's just how all good TV shows work.
What are you
Cool.
calling about?
So, as Brooke and Tucker make it to the garment shop, they see Riley running around the oasis towards them, quickly getting out of breath. I don't know if Ralph is following as quickly.
Yeah,
Undoubtedly, he's not following us quickly.
He's pretty hungry, so he's kind of like lumbering after him. We gotta get some breakfast after this. Oh man,
He's
I'm
running
gonna
out
get
there.
like 5 plates.
The Kakuna, like, hops in place as it sees Brooke. Ah! My favorite customer! You get to see the seamstress yet? And it leans forward. Nope. Nope. Not the right rank for going out that far yet. Oh, that's okay. Did you bring me business? You brought friends. Please tell me you brought business.
Oh, that's right. I wanted to ask. I forgot. Oh, there was something I wanted to talk to you about, Car. Last time we were talking about the game, I was going to suggest. Did I ever do it? I was going to suggest you subscribe to all the boards that have the Pokemon figures if you don't already.
Oh yeah, I have.
Because
oh,
you
wait,
can at any
let
time
me-
you can anytime pull something from a board without going to that board. If you have it saved. So in other words, if you want to pull up a Pokemon you don't have in the box, you can just do that way. Just wanted to point that out because I kind of forgot to.
Can Riley just give everyone a bar of gold, including the lizard?
Well, there's 6 bars of gold.
Yeah, give everyone a bar of gold, and then I can use one to lure away the coffin later while I flee.
Gotta give one to the lizard, you said, though? That's scary.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Everyone's getting one.
Now, how do I drag a thing out of here?
Oh, you're trying to figure out how it works? Okay, I'll explain.
Ah, there it is. Expand. Alright.
You expand, and then you can look at any of the assets on that board, and you can grab it and put it on a different board.
Where's the lizard's character sheet?
Yeah, has yet to
The
be-
Solandit's character sheet? I have it.
Okay, here you go. Here's his gold.
Technically, I mean, we have this one blank character sheet, if you guys remember.
Put it over there. For
Yeah,
now.
just put it over there.
Oh,
Kakuna, where are you?
Literally is giving people gold.
did you, by the way, did Riley ever actually tell Salandit that his name was Lizard now, or whatever?
No. I don't think I've referred to him as lizard.
Tucker hasn't. Tucker has not really referred to anything beyond Salandit, because, well, he's aware of the whole Pokemon naming scheme at this point. Basically being Salandit is Salandit.
Kuna Matata.
It's a companion slot.
I mean,
yeah.
it kind of works out, honestly. Yeah.
Such a wonderful pair.
So this is a garment shop. Would they notice that I have a garment on?
No, because you have it in your hand. It's not something you have currently on you. It is a gem.
Oh, so it's like not even. So I have to like glue it onto me.
Well, I would say for now it's in your bag currently. So it is on you.
Would I notice that they have like similar things? Like, hey, can I trade this?
Oh, neat. It has like little buffs, and you can. Neat.
I forget how to get rid of the base on this.
Oh my. Okay.
We'll worry about that later.
Oh, because I have the old version.
Huh.
I
He's
have
in
the
a
old...
shop though, isn't he? He's fine on a base.
Yeah, this is fine. We're not gonna worry about it.
You know what? I'll do that.
The Salandit looks at Riley and just sort of holds on to the gold because he doesn't have a bag.
Yeah, he doesn't have a bag.
How does this thing run? Okay.
It hops.
Hop.
Oops.
Alright, stop.
Right.
There it is.
So can I show the Kakuna the gems? Like, can I trade this for something?
The Kakuna, like, weevil and wobbles around and it's like, what? You want to sell that? Do you know how rare it is to find a move gem?
Like, I want to trade it. I'll sell it.
I gave Salandit a picture. Through much effort.
It's very.
Oh, that's adorable.
There you go.
Oh, nice.
I want it, but I want something that's like not channeling the power of darkness. I don't want to do that.
Tucker perks up at that mention.
What is that?
I don't want to channel the power of darkness.
What is the power of darkness?
Can I use Dark Pulse to show him the power of darkness?
Okay, I'm sorry. Just the image of Tucker going, what's the power of darkness?
Power of darkness?
This most innocent little pupper asking about the power of darkness.
Can we go get
And
ice
just-
cream after we talk about the power of darkness?
I'd love some ice cream, actually. I need some right now.
Oh my goodness.
So can I just use Dark Pulse to show Tucker the power of darkness? Thanks, fight channel. Oh boy, here we go.
I
Right.
have about a 1 in 100 or more chance of using it.
You want to know
Yeah,
the funny
sure.
thing? I wasn't even trying to be hilarious or silly with that. I did not even realize
So
the
why-
juxtaposition.
Riley, I have a question. How far away are you from everybody else?
I'm like right there.
Tucker's a floating brain. What?
I'm like at the shop. I'm sitting right in front of the shop.
Oh.
I need everybody to do an evasion.
Oh no. What's the power of darkness? Everyone dodge the darkness.
So I was trying to look for. You know what? Yeah, I'll do. What's the roll we need to do?
Dex fight evade
Okay.
for evasion.
Right. In other words, my pitiful 2. There we go.
It's fine. I only rolled 2. You'll
Yeah,
probably
that's-
be. Oh no. I think Ralph is okay.
What's Slander gonna roll?
Someone, don't make me hurt my pet lizard. We were just having a moment. No.
That's not how he rolls, I guess. Uh-oh.
No.
The lizard does not get any. So I need you to roll damage,
Oh no. Oh
which is
come
your
on.
special +3.
Come on. Be a shit roll. That's okay.
Fairly
It's pretty shit.
Still
Okay,
not-
well, so the Salandit and Brooke both take a hit point in damage.
Oh god.
Well, I'm sorry, defense doesn't reduce below 1.
It's not the damage that's the main concern, it's the how you
So
may have made
fucking
them feel.
No.
So, essentially what happens is Riley holds the gem aloft, not exactly... Because you're not well versed in using Dark Pulse. You just know the gem has something to do with the information. So you hold the gem up, and this wave of just negative emotion and energy washes over the group. Most of you are able to avoid its effects, but it effectively nicks both Riley's pet and Brooke.
Ah.
And it stings. It's a rather unpleasant creeping feeling.
I picture the Salada just making a little yip, a little at the reaction of the.
Oh god.
Like if you accidentally step on a dog's foot or something, they make a yelp like that.
Could you be careful with that?
This
You
is
don't really want to hurt anyone, do you?
It's a surprisingly sensible response from the lizard.
Tucker looks slightly guilty as if he was responsible for that. He did ask after all. Oh no!
The Salandit flops over next to Tucker and goes, "Ow." Why?
Tucker rubs its back and just kind of.
Also, and yeah, the initial response was from Kakuna.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah.
That still stung.
Oh.
Tucker gives it a few licks.
Oh.
In concern.
Oh no.
I'm gonna do a thing. I'll be right back.
I don't know if I can be trusted with this kind of power.
Tucker then
This
remarks.
would be really helpful for me against psychic types.
Then Tucker
'Cause
remarks.
I don't know if you should have the power of darkness.
Probably not. I don't know if I like the power of darkness.
Oh, that's nice of you, bro. Tucker's actually about to do that too. Oh, hi, Ryosho. Well, if you can't catch the streams, you could always watch the playlist. Tucker emergency medical cuddle. Yes,
Aww.
that sounds adorable.
Alright. Riley's just gonna drop the stone and just clutch his head again.
Tucker was
go.
Tucker was about to kindly reach out and take it from him, not in a forceful way, but in a way of like, let me just take this. But since he dropped it, he kind of just grabs it.
Alright.
Riley's just gonna yell out, "Leave me alone." To no one in particular.
Oh, thank you.
So the Salandit's going to look at Brooke, sort of appreciative, but shakes their head. I'll be okay. This isn't so bad. I mean, you all put me through worse before.
Tucker feels a little bit bad at that statement and lets out a little bit of a whimper.
Well, we're not gonna put you through anything bad anymore. Plus, we just were defending ourselves before.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess I got jewelry. Let's see, what is this then? So magic...
It's this nicely cut onyx gem, and it's mildly translucent. It looks like there's this pulsing black violet light inside.
Can you make that into a necklace for him?
Well, usually you just keep a gem on your person. It
He doesn't
contains
have
the
that.
knowledge. It's not quite a TM. It gives you access to a power you wouldn't normally have. I mean, for instance, if I had a fire jewel that let me use flamethrower, I could use flamethrower right now.
So I can use flamethrower? Potentially?
You can?
Yes. But, you probably don't want me to try.
Fox Warrior. Oh great, the puppy has the power of darkness now.
Yay, the power of darkness! No!
Oh my god.
No, that's all seriousness. Tucker would probably feel a bit of resonation from the thing, and it kind of weirding him out sort of way, because it is a dark feeling, but not one that feels unnatural or even bad, which is a little bit odd to him.
Yes, we got 140 some.
The Kakuna just gives this huge inhaling noise. You're not quite sure how it's doing it because you can't see a mouth moving or anything. You brought money?
Yes, we got
Guns
100.
for sale!
Yes, don't be like the coffee greasers.
Sorry, I got excited. I need to do something, otherwise I start twitching around, and then they need to reset me. And they said they weren't going to do it again today.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't notice. Yeah, I'll use my Oranberry. Or wait, no, wait. Never mind, that's right. He rejected the Oranberry, didn't he?
Yeah, he's not that hurt. It's just 1 point.
Oh. That's...
Yeah. We got 140 some odd Jimmy.
I love how no one's gonna just comment on Riley's screaming to no one in particular. That's nice.
I mean, he's done it a few times now.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't be concerned.
Yeah.
It is Riley.
He's not
Wow.
sure what to do about it anymore.
Oh! I see why it's like that, because it's a bag. How do I make it not a bag?
So, you got like some hats or a nice belt.
How do I make you not a bag?
What's up?
The kakuna is a bag.
Oh, hold on.
How do I make it not a bag?
That's sort of. Let me teach you, just so you know. Right click, custom. No, don't put say in him. Right click.
Wait, why is there?
Right click, custom. Can you do that? Type. Do you not have to access to custom because you're only promoted and not leader?
Yeah, because I'm not leader. This is fine though.
Here you go. He's generic now.
Yeah, I think.
Is the Kakuna selling anything that would like boost stats possibly?
Actually, most garments do, but only a little bit.
That's fine. That's all I want.
So, is your friend okay? I mean, he's screaming at no one in particular. It looks like.
Yeah, he'll be fine. So, what you got for us?
Oh my god.
Well, since Brooke did task Tucker's going to continue doing therapeutic floof nuzzles to the side of Riley. He's not entirely sure how
it'll be over apparently.
Almost.
Anyway, there are several garments for sale. They're all still really expensive. It would be probably at least 150 for the cheapest one. Why is that die? Okay.
Can I sell him the gold bar?
No, you cannot. He does not accept gold bars as payment.
Oh god, I have to go talk to the coffin then, don't I?
Oh wait, we all have a gold bar, didn't you?
Yeah, everyone has a gold bar.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Pretty sure you can
he
do-
only accepts drachma.
Pretty sure you can do diddly squat with one, but you know, let's see.
Okay.
Can we just hold the gold in the air and wait for the coffin to come running over? Yes, you will.
We're gonna try and get more rupees, and then we'll be right back.
Oh. Okay. Sorry. Garments are really hard to make, and getting some of these out here is kind of expensive.
Yeah, that's okay.
Well,
And
Tucker.
he looks away a bit, and it's like, also because they have to keep resetting me.
That's okay, don't fall over.
I wish they'd just get me a chair. Just a lawn chair.
How about
Just use your government money to buy a lawn chair.
I don't know if honestly, Kakuna basically needs something that is basically an oversized pencil holder. That would be basically what Kakuna needs.
I could add something like an ice cream cone.
Kakuna ice cream.
Oh, please no. Actually, that would probably be something like cinnamon flavor.
Now, Tucker actually is looking at the garments, not specifically looking at the ones that are stat boosters, or at least he thinks so, but trying to see what actually are the cheaper end ones, and if he can possibly afford any of them. He seems to have an idea in mind, but isn't quite sure.
So, he has a few scarves and a few belts and necklaces available, but the minimum price seems to be 150.
Mm-hmm. which is exactly how much money I have. No, wait, I don't have that much. Wait, what? the
You have
hell?
125.
I'm sorry. What were you looking at them for? I was answering Brooke's question.
Oh, Tucker was originally going to consider accessorizing, but also was trying to maybe see if he could buy something for the Salandit, as if the Salandit does have to go off on missions, a little keepsake, basically, for him to have. Like, we're still going to be here after your mission, sort of thing, because the Salandit seems skittish and worried. So yes, Tucker was maybe going to blow all his money on the Salandit, possibly, because he's very selfless like that.
Can I hesitantly go over to the coffin and attempt to sell my remaining gold for money?
Yeah, just you guys. One of you holds like a gold bar up, and Kafagrigus is just there. Gold, and it
Gold.
looms over you.
Yo,
I want money.
Yes,
What?
I want money.
Money for gold, but gold is money. Gold for trinkets, gold for things.
Okay, can I get a trinket I can then sell for money?
What sort of trinkets you got?
Many things, shiny things, golden things.
So
How
that
much-
seems redundant.
How much for 2 gold bars?
Hang on, I need to look up Kafagrigus.
Zach makes a good point. If that cocoon had no string shot, it could easily make a makeshift hammock for itself with a couple poles.
Don't tell him that.
There's no poles around. The only places he can set up shop have no trees.
Or he could just stick
Sad.
himself to his counter.
Most stuff is pretty expensive. Technically, you could get the equivalent of a perfect apple, which would probably be 10 for a gold bar. I'm sorry, for 2 gold bars, apparently, just based off Super Mystery Dungeon. You could get some reviver seeds for the gold bars if you like.
But I can't, wasn't there an option just to trade them for money, though?
Yes, but it's 2 gold bars for a perfect apple, aka 10.
It's terrible.
I
Alright,
didn't
I'm gonna
expect you guys to get 6 gold, okay?
I'm gonna spend all of my money on reviver seeds.
Alright. Hang on, let me get them.
Also, sorry, Kyrio, I was a little slow there.
You're gonna have to do better than that to get my gold.
And then I misspelled.
So,
Go on.
I wonder what cool things I can
There goes my gold.
with my Thunderstone.
Flashlight. Make a lightsaber, actually.
I was thinking.
Make a lightsaber.
In one of my other campaigns, I wield what is essentially a lightsaber. It's called a Ghibli blade, and it's like a handheld jet. And it's like a little thing. You hit the button, and it's just a little, like a blade of plasma fire.
And yes, I know what it says on the little card that they're worth 1,000 apples. You cannot sell reviver seeds.
Oh,
Curses.
so wait, you bought some reviver seeds?
Yes, I
Yep.
spent all my money on reviver seeds. I cannot allow myself to be knocked unconscious again.
Well, that's reasonable, and I understand why you did that. Wait, did you spend all your money?
All of it. Well, I didn't buy it with money. I bought
all
it with
his gold, essentially.
Wait, 1 gold got you 2 reviver seeds? That's
I got 2 gold.
Yes.
I had 2 gold left over.
Oh, you didn't give that to the lizard, right? Because he couldn't carry it.
I gave the lizard one. I had 6 gold.
The Salandit has a gold bar.
Oh, okay.
I just had 2 left over. It was 1 gold per reviver seed,
Fair enough.
apparently.
Reviver seeds seem pretty useful. And I do plan on doing lots of stupid stuff, so...
The Kaphagrigus just seemingly consumes the gold ingots. Just, it stuffs one into its mouth and slowly slides it in. And does so with the second one as well. It's like, gold. Gold for trinkets? Yes. Yes. More gold. And it steeples its fingers and starts, like, wiggling them.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, why not? Give me one of them seats, too. Yeah, here you go. Go along, hey, can you catch? Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
Sweet, now I can do something stupid.
The Salandit lowers their head and goes, yeah. Your leader has a point. I'm not sure if I'm ready to help out yet. I'm not sure if I can do much to help. But I appreciate the sentiment. They sort of struggle to say these things as if they've never actually had to say something like that before.
Tucker looks a little teeny bit beaten down, but not in a way where he's upset about it.
And he remarks, "Yeah, I guess that's right. Well, you can take your pace, okay? When you feel ready to join and help, that's up to you."
Right. Ralph is going to make a beeline back for the club because he wants food.
Okay. It doesn't have to be special. Really, it would just be nice to have something. The Salandit pipes up, sort of caught between wanting to shrink down as much as possible and not be noticed, and, wanting to be heard.
So is Brooke...
Kaphagrigus is suddenly there behind Brooke going, "Good?"
So is Brooke saying that to the Salandit, the collar scarf comment? I was actually a little unsure about that. I thought so. Okay, I wasn't sure, but I wanted to... Okay, I'll respond in turn then. Hold on.
Let me see. Well, considering we don't have all the same sort of, items as are available in the PMD games, you could use it to get a Reviver Seed. You could spend 2 if you had to get a Perfect Apple. Which is essentially, either food or essentially 10 gold. You could probably get a temporary boost item. Like the Spec X or whatever those were called.
Yeah, Spec X, Dire Hit, stuff like that.
No, not for 1 gold. If you had 2 or 3, you could probably get a TM if you wanted. Or a shiny gold trinket.
He just had to drop that word. If I recall how gold bars work in the other games, it's when you start getting a group of them, then you can start getting much more worthwhile things. Come back later.
Cofagrigus looks sad and oh. Oh. And then slowly just does the hopping walk thunk. Kathunk. 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 Oh. Kathunk. Kathunk as it leaves. So Ralph, well, they're discussing all that, and I'm not sure what Riley is doing, but we'll go with Ralph for now. You make it back to the clubhouse.
Go.
Rise is not downstairs. However, it looks like the quartermaster as well as Abe Weasel have taken up food creation duties for breakfast.
Yeah. Okay. You guys got like an all-star platter or something,
All-star platter. Jeez.
and all pokey.
Blaze just sort of stares at you for a minute and drops this metal platter in front of you with a loud clatter on the bar, followed by what looks to be 2 raw lumps of dough and a what's the tomato looking berry?
A tomato berry.
Oh, man, it's hard to remember half of them, isn't it? You're thinking of the tomato.
Yeah.
That it's literally just tomato.
Yeah, it's actually called
Yeah,
a tomato berry, yeah.
A tomato berry. I remember it was like red and spiky. A tomato berry. And what looks to be a cube of cheese.
Yeah.
And then just this thin slice of some sort of meat slapped on top. And then it scorches the entire platter with fire in a rather extravagant, flagrant display of power. And then before you sits like a kind of personal pan pizza?
Huh.
Man.
Huh, impressive.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's
what
not rice, but it's food.
Yeah, it's not what I was expecting. Okay, so how much do I owe you? Where's the first one on the house?
First one's on the platter, actually.
What's your rank? He squints at you.
Ralph has
Go
no
on.
idea he's mad about the climbing rope.
My rank is gold.
Oh no.
Alright, you're gonna have to try and deceive him. I forget what we decided on that.
Oh no.
I believe... that would be... Smart Contest Logic.
Oh, it's got a good amount of dice for that.
Huh. Well, yeah, he's actually good at this sort of thing. Oh my god. Never mind. And that's actually a 1. I want to point out.
No, 6 is unremovable. Remember, that was our house rule.
Oh wait, that's right. We actually decided it was the house rule. Never mind.
You forgot about our own house rules.
Look right at him. Why? I'm go drink.
He's gonna get kicked out at this rate. Hear that silence from Car? That's Car shaking his head.
Sorry, I'm typing response. I was trying to find another word for that the items are real. Genuineness or something.
Real genuine doors.
Authentic?
Even fake doors. Thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry, chat. Sometimes I lose my vocabulary.
You really should stop apologizing. You do great, dude. Nobody here could do the amount of voices you do.
I doubt it. I'm sure there are people around here who are better.
Well, I'm good at voice acting, but I don't think I can hit quite the range you do.
Okay. I'm sorry, Ralph. Remind me what you said?
He lied to the.
Oh, right. You said your rank was
asked
gold.
about his rank. He lied.
Right.
He got only 2
So-
successes on the lie.
So that was smart contest logic, was it?
And he got to 2. I just imagine the freaking Charizard rolling like 12 dice and getting 0.
No, because they don't get the benefit of logic.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I'm not that stupid. He gives you a deadpan look and starts to grab the pan. And then he moves it away before you can take it. What rank are you?
Yeah, but you. My phone. Yeah. I'm normal rank.
He raises an eye ridge. Was that really so hard? And he just sets the plate down in front of you.
Well, I thought rank would be connected to more food, so.
It means you can get more free meals in a day. You get 1 free meal each day at normal rank.
Okie dokie. Oh man, we
In other
gotta
words-
rank up.
This deception was entirely useless because you're getting a free meal either way.
Yeah.
Bronze
well, I
rank
would've
gets
got
2, and silver rank silver rank you get 2 meals every day, and gold onward. Well,
Yeah.
technically diamond, but I'm gonna say gold onward. They give pioneers the 3 square meals a day because diamond is hard to achieve.
I picture I picture Ralph being like the sort of guy that is. He has a lot of good rolls he can do technically of all those dice. So I'm just picturing him like a mastermind behind a bank heist. Like, all right, we've got all these laser cutters. We've knocked out the staff. We've got everything set up. All right, let's go. Let's rob the bank. And he robs the bank. He's very proud. So later, somebody just tells him like, you do realize that everything was just unlocked the other night, right? Like, you could have just walked in and grabbed everything, but it's all good. Yeah, I mean, good work, dude.
Honestly, that's so fitting.
Anywho, we're gonna enjoy the pizza and probably immediately get another one. In fact, because he has the money to spend, he's probably gonna get 2 more.
Cool. Because it's Blaze and he's a stingy butt, it'll be 10 monies.
10 money, that's highway robbery.
Speaking of 10
quartermaster.
monies,
The quartermaster's a stingy butt and he thinks you stretched the harness.
Why would he think that? There's no way I would stretch
Fatty.
the harness. Okay, give me 2 more pizzas.
Can Riley just sort of like poke his head over to the cocoon and just go like, I want a scarf?
Oh, okay. Are you looking for an actual garment, or...
I have 130. What's that gonna get me?
Not much, I'm afraid.
Give me a
Minimum
scarf?
is 150.
Oh.
Well, if you're sure. And somehow, without hands, he starts tossing garments left and right, and then just lays out this array. of just several colorful scarves. If there are any patterns you guys would like to look for, let me know.
I mean, plain. I'm looking for plain red. Plain boring ass red.
There is a relatively plain red one. It also has a like the ends of it that would be where you tie it back around your neck seem to have black bits there.
I don't know why I'm attracted to the color red all of a sudden, but I'm gonna go for the red one.
And Tucker, in addition to the scarves of variety that are around, there's also several ribbons as well. They seem to be off to the side, like laid out specially in a vertical box so that you can see along their length. Most of them are fairly plain though. And then there's a few quote-unquote belts, though they would be closer to being like thick fabric or leather collars.
I guess I should go ahead and explain. I don't I don't get a ton into the Turtles of characters because it's kind of going meta, but I'll go ahead and say that essentially what Brooke did by mentioning collars was give Tucker both a sense of mortification and intrigue. I guess that would be the best way to summarize it. As such, I don't think Tucker would ever actually have the courage to pick up a collar, but then again, there aren't technically collars there. Well, mortification is a bad emotion. Intrigue's a good emotion, so it's a mix of things.
Can I buy a red scarf? What will it do?
The red scarf will...
Just mean he's not going to know unless you bring attention to it. Yeah. He's kind of aware of that.
Flip a coin for me, Riley.
A coin? Okay.
Yes.
I don't have a coin to flip, so here we go.
No, there's coins over on the left.
Oh, right. Oh, we do have coins.
Yeah, we do.
Yes.
It says F to flip?
F.
How do I
So
make
just
a random?
roll
You
it.
can-
Roll it. R.
Yeah. Hit R and it'll do flippy flips. Oh, well,
That was a much better one. How'd you do that?
I just kept pressing R.
Oh. Okay, I'll just spam R on it. We'll see what I get.
Okay.
Okay.
You can let go at some point.
Perfect.
Another way you can do it is,
Well, it's adamant about tails.
that didn't really work.
really is so. Where did it fly off to?
Oops. I don't know what I ran into, but there it is.
Oh, yes, perfect. Survivability.
Yes, this one grants you 1 extra special defense.
Special defense. Right.
Oh, nice.
Okay, where do I put that? Because it's the same stat on the sheet.
I got you covered, dude.
What this means is that your special defense is now higher than your regular defense.
I guess I'll do 1/2. That's totally gonna confuse the thing. Why do I have one other defense? Okay, there we go.
Oh, that's right. I can't do that. I was gonna put a little dot on the special defense so you remembered which one it was that was effective.
Yeah, there we go. Hopefully I remember what that means.
I mean,
Everyone
just
remember this.
write in your notes that you have a scarf ribbon protection and then just parentheses special defense.
Well, if you hover over the scarf, I changed what it
Oh, that works.
says.
Yeah, description.
Oh, perfect.
That works.
Thanks.
Okay. Tucker's got a bit of a hard decision to make here, because... Well, honestly, he'd be okay with any of the things you mentioned, assuming that he could afford it with Brooke's help. But his mind is trailing at towards the belts now. However, with everyone around, he probably is a little intimidated about actually grabbing one. Heads are 12s, but ties... 12s? 12s? What the fuck is my English? Okay, yeah, you want me to flip a coin twice? Sure. I can do that. I guess...
Wait, where'd the yellow coin go? Oh, there it is.
Oh, you want me to call... well, if you want me to call twice, tails and heads in that order. Heads and tails. Okay, go figure. Exact opposite. So what was? Let me guess. Depending on how those flipped, it was going to be a combination, one of the three, wasn't it? Clever. I like that.
Oh gosh. So Brooke has found a pink scarf. Pink like your nose, Tucker. Your
Technically,
adorable
like
little nose.
like eyes as well.
And I will go ahead and say there are little subtle toe bean prints down in one corner of the scarf that are just a slightly darker pink.
Aw. Paw prints, you say? In that color?
Yeah. This is adorable. So is Ralph just eating food at the moment?
Yeah, he's enjoying the 2 other pizzas.
Okay.
Debating on a 4th, but with these prices.
They're gonna refuse to serve you more pizzas because there's more people Pokemon that need to be served.
You know, the sad thing about Tucker here is even without being mortified because of not getting a collar, no matter what, he's going to look way fucking cute. So he can't escape that, really.
Yeah.
Actually, hang on, I need to add something to this.
I wonder if my clothes are dry yet. I'll be right back.
You really couldn't have picked a better color.
You don't need to note the dot down, Riley. But the scarf will also give you cool factor.
Oh. Cool
Because
factor.
Yes, because I say so.
Oh. However, now hovering over it no longer gives me that information of special defense. What's happened? Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Well, it's only... Oh, that's weird. It has to load.
Yeah, it takes a minute.
Yay, I have coolness. Sweet. I've always dreamed of this. You should probably put my pile of money somewhere as well. It's just sort of sitting in the middle of the board there.
Oh, that's right. You spent all your money, didn't you?
I spent all of my money, and some of Brooke's money as well. To be honest,
Did Brooke set aside the money in?
it was in there already.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Fox, people, man.
People know. Yeah, it's not as good as
Yeah.
rice, but I'm not hungry now, so. Oh wait, so since Ralph had 3 pizzas for breakfast, will they refuse him dinner at the end of the day?
You want that for free? You'll not be getting it.
Did he have to pay for 2 of the pizzas, or?
Yeah, I did.
But it was like complete highway robbery. It was 10 money.
Mm.
Yeah, he paid 5
Because the quartermaster is grumpy and stingy. And the one cooking.
I'm gonna guess he doesn't prefer the cooking.
And he thinks Ralph somehow stretched his harness.
By the way, just an aside, Kyrio, I'm very glad that you shut down Tucker involving getting landed something. Because actually, and this is a testament to me not wanting to meta game, I wasn't happy that Tucker wanted to be selfless and give the Salandit basically spend all his money on Salandit. I didn't want that. But it was within his character, so I was going to allow it to happen unless somebody stopped him.
To be fair, the Kakuna did offer that there are non-powered pieces of clothing for 10 money apiece.
Wait, really? Oh, well, okay.
Yeah, you weren't paying attention.
It was in the text box.
Oops. Well, I mean, powered money. Powered money. Powered money!
Powered money.
A powered scarf is certainly nice as well, if that's allowed. I mean, yeah, can I wear it for 3 garments, right? I was trying to remember which was the one only slot. It was the held item, right?
Yeah.
Tucker really can't be beat as far as, like, emotional observation and tact, but he is not the most responsible. You're absolutely right.
Don't trust him with money. Trust Riley with money.
Right.
He's also the most easy to manipulate, technically.
Trust the Munchlax with money.
Yeah, no. Let's not do that.
We want the...
Look, Riley spent all of his money because there's reasons he cannot be knocked unconscious again, okay?
Yeah, was it a... Oh. It was 150.
And Ralph didn't spend all his money either.
So. How much was Brooke willing to cover?
If you use all your money, Brooke will only need to cover 5.
Yeah. Well, that's what Tucker would do by default, because he doesn't want to force Brooke to spend much.
Also, it gets rid of all of those dang ones.
There. But,
Alright,
is there
let me get your thing.
Okay, but we did ask a question to the Kakuna.
He's a mirror. Yeah.
Oh! I see! I didn't, realize what you guys were asking for a minute. A mirror. The Kakuna takes me and goes, oh, right. And they jitter for a bit, and then they use mirror coat, and they turn around so you can use their shiny back. How's this? Always good to let the customers see what they look like.
That is hilarious.
That was actually pretty inventive. Tucker just...
Riley will kind of like pose.
Tucker would kind of sit on his back legs and kind of raise a forepaw and kind of sit up a little bit higher. Forepaw folded in front of himself, he just kind of looks himself over like, this does look good.
Also, I need you to flip a coin. Tucker.
Yes, I will do so. Actually, you know what, real
this
quick?
isn't the first time you'll see your reflections, but it's the first time in a proper mirror as opposed to like, water.
Good point.
Mm.
Oops, that's
Get
not...
weird dangly things on my face.
What?
Have those always been there?
Yes.
Tells.
Okay, your scarf is done.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, did I also get one of these? Okay. And which one did this
it's
affect?
+1Q.
You got the exact same thing I got.
Plus
Yeah, I
one-
decided tails was special defense and heads was defense.
Oh, okay. Huh, okay. And how's that determined again?
I can look if you like.
Could I
Would
just do
did
this?
Riven give him cute instead of cool though?
I gave him cute.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Did
Yeah. You're
Oh, yeah,
it's
okay,
also
sorry.
+1 cute.
Wait, I got cute for this as well?
Dyslexia.
Wait, where? I did? Where?
Yeah, mouse
On
over
the
your.
hover over the scarf.
Oh. Oh! Okay, cool. Wait.
Nice.
Oh, you got a cool scarf. I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so, how did you figure out to write down the special defense adjustment? Because I
just left it on there. It's like as a note.
Yeah.
Oh, I just went down the sheet. I did, since it's defense slash special defense, I just did 2/3 because that makes sense in my brain.
Yeah. I think both of them are tied to vitality, which means you have exceptional defenses.
2, 3. What's everybody else's? 1, 2.
Yeah,
yeah,
your defense
yeah.
and special defense score is equal to your vitality. You will need them to resist physical and special attacks, respectively.
Oh, dude, I do beat out everybody in something. Look at that. Wow, Munchlaxer is really shitty defense right now.
Only because of
Yeah.
vitality.
Oh, fair enough.
I mean, I have the. I have the thick.
Hook
one.
has the exact same as you. not to rain on your parade, but he's got the same vitality.
I mean, but he has less defense. Haha. Well, now he does, anyways. Just a moment ago he didn't, but
Only in special defense, but that's only because of the garment.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I got
Hey,
the.
where'd Dark Pulse go?
I got the ability, so.
Riley's going to, I think, return to the clubhouse now.
Where did Dark Pulse go? You're supposed to have it, Tucker.
That's an excellent question. Where did it go? I didn't move it. Oh, damn it, I lost the post note. You know what? I'm just gonna say it out loud, alright? Once we find Dark Pulse, anyways. Where did it go?
I think it may have accidentally gotten deleted. That's fine, it was a copy.
Oh, was it? That's good.
Yeah, I made sure it was a copy.
It's always good to make copies. But, Tucker would take an extra second looking at himself in the Kakuna's reflection, given that, as pointed out, it is the first clear look he's had of himself. He even does a little bit of a slow spin, and his expression darkens a little bit, but indecisively. Again, realizing more directly that yeah, he's a quadruped, and this is still very odd for him, and perhaps not something he would have preferred being, if anything. There might be a bit of bipedal envy going on, just a little bit.
By Penvy.
by Pimney, sure. Still, he can't dispute the fact that he does look indeed cute, and secretly not just because of the scarf.
I must say, you look rather fetching. The both of you. And that is an award-winning smile, sir. The Salandit sort of cringes a bit, looking at Brooke's smile. I wouldn't say award-winning. And sort of rubs their arm.
Oh god, can I stop going back towards the clubhouse and go pet the Salandit again?
Yes, you may.
Perfect.
The Salandit
remember.
still isn't sure what's up. Oh, you don't need
This-
to do a roll.
Oh, it's fine, alright.
Yeah, you don't need to do a roll. You had an emotional moment. They're still not sure what to make of you after your mildly insane outbursts, but
It wasn't me!
But yeah, you give the Salandit pets. The Salandit is okay with this. You guys are slowly acclimating this poor thing to actually being a pet.
My pet. He's in the name.
It might be this might be beneficial for Tucker to not get that treatment himself. There's something to divert the attention to. The pet attention, that is. How long that will last, I wonder.
We gotta give Lizard something.
Let's see here. What have I got in your range that's a belt?
Let me look underneath the board. I'll see what we have in the basement. Okay, nothing. What was that about?
Sorry, I accidentally clicked the mouse wheel.
He was just checking the basement sock.
Yes, he was checking the basement underneath the shop.
Oh, okay. Like that. That's cool.
Yep.
And using a string shot this time. Power of darkness. Using the string shot this time, tugs over this sort of lighter, dusty brown belt. It looks like it has like a little pocket pouch on the side. Too small for most things, but you know, fashion.
How did he wear that? Necktie?
I mean, have you seen Salandit hips?
I
You
mean,
lie.
What are we talking about? Slanted tips for?
Belt?
Huh?
to wear pants.
I mean, belts can be also worn around the neck.
Will this do?
I mean, it's fine.
Tucker nods at the idea, not giving a few glances over to the Salandit to see if the lizard wants to offer any input.
Yeah, I think it's good.
How are you, Sho? The pausies.
Tickle, tickle.
Well, it sounds like
Oh, did you miss?
Riley and Tucker are okay with it.
You must have missed the. Tucker looked back to the Salandit, seeing if the Salandit had any input or approval.
Oh,
Yes.
okie doke.
Oh,
Actually, it is rather late. We should probably finish up.
What do
But
you-
the Salandit will express approval.
All right then. Oh,
I mean,
Kyrio got the doorbell, but we could just still tin money from him. He approved. Was tin money already stolen from him for this purchase?
No, I did not take 10 money from
Alright,
it.
let's just take that. Yeah.
Remove money.
Alright.
Oh shit. Should I go ahead and give myself a Q point on the sheet too?
No,
No.
that won't be necessary.
Is that not a thing I do? Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, just make I'll try and remember to note it
Oh, I got an idea.
that you should roll an extra die.
No, damn it. No, don't go there. No, I just want you to sit. Oh, wait. You know what? Hold on. Wait. I have an idea. Wait. I just have to turn it off. How do I turn it off? I don't remember.
You can't.
I thought there was a way. But then there wasn't. Damn it. I swear there's like a hotkey where if you just hold down a button, it does not stack. But I can't remember what it is. So you can just drop it.
There you go.
What? Sorry?
I put it on one of the Salandit's garment slots.
Huh?
The belt.
Oh, cool. Wait, what? Belts of being the party pet. I'm gonna assume the stat thing is being ignored, given it's not a...
Yeah, it doesn't have any stat bonuses.
Okay. And, I do have to ask, where is he gonna wear that, though?
Probably around his waist. Belts are adjustable.
I mean, yeah, that's true. They got the hips.
It's probably
for
going to end up being more like a fanny pack.
it. That's cute. Use a smaller counter, perhaps? That's an idea. Let me try it. That might work. Damn it. Oh. Kind of.
Created saucer. I'm scrolling back up through the. I like to imagine Ralph ordering 2 number 9s. A number 9.
Oh, dude, I have an idea. I did not even think about that until just now. All I need to do is go into color tint. That. Oh. Oh, thanks for the follow, Kioni the Mim. What's a Mim? This doesn't color. Never mind. Well, plan B then. Plan B is very simple. Give me 1 moment.
You're right, it doesn't color tint. Hang on.
The colors tints the side. It's okay though. I have a backup plan. Let's see. Yeah, actually yellow would probably work fine. Alright. Where'd it go? Oh, you moved it.
Sorry, I deleted it.
It's all good. Just need to do that. There we go. My idea is simple. Have it be a different color and on the other side of the box. It's pretty obvious it's a temporary point that way. Or I could even, yeah. Yeah, just use the opposite side, use a different color. There you go. I can remember from that it's a temporary point.
Hallelujah.
Do you want one too?
Yeah, please. Just copy that for me.
Okay. Let's see if I can drop it right where it needs to be. Look at that.
Hey!
Alright.
Alright.
And since it's the end of the session...
Oh, actually... Sorry, I'm blanking a little bit. Don't we normally end at 10? I mean, we don't have to. I'm just asking.
Yeah, we normally do.
Okay.
Oh, do we do?
I was just not sure because I was
Silly
confused.
me.
I was just confused a little bit. It's okay.
You silly me.
You're tired, aren't you?
Just a little. This is fine. So what would you guys like to do now that you've all acquired a garment or thing of some kind?
Except for the Munchlax, you got pizza. Anyway, I'd like to go back to the clubhouse. I mean,
I'm sure one of you could lend the Munchlax something if you wanted to.
This is cool. Okay, I try to remember what the games did. Did gold bars actually add to your inventory, or did they count as like?
They would count as their own entity, like money was.
So they didn't. They didn't fill your inventory, if I'm right. So
Yeah, they don't fill. They're not going to fill your inventory. I would count it under the same sort of category as. Welcome back, Kyrio. As
Hi, Kyrio.
What is it? One of you has something. Like the bone. Well, the bone is a health item, but
Yeah, technically.
one of you had an item earlier in the game that. Oh, yeah, you do. Items that, like the neckerchief and the dried berry.
I need to get myself a neckerchief and just kind of put it somewhere instead of just having it in text. Oh yeah, the dried berry. I forgot all about that. Oh, you know, that was gonna be my like emergency food item, I think. Like, I don't know what this is, or if it's even safe to eat, but if I need to eat something. Boom. I could probably get her a praise or something. By, like... Actually, well, Brooke knows some farmers at this point.
Yep.
They
There
probably-
is an orchard nearby.
They could probably figure out what it is. You make me realize that if something is just a general, non-normal item, I could just get a random graphic for it and call it good.
Yep. And yes, people are talking about Brooke's coupon. Brooke does indeed have a coupon.
Oh yeah, that was my idea. Was that I had thoughts that maybe Riley would need that to like feel better, but
I don't know. Riley has had an emotional moment with the Solanda. I think he's okay for now.
true.
Yeah, for now. And then I had another emotional moment with the other guy. And then I think I need to go fucking cry in a shower. But you guys don't know about that one.
All Ralph needs a good meal or three.
He's already had that though. But not, I
Riley's
guess
going
not in
to
the
the
last 10 minutes.
clubhouse.
So he's good now.
Why is it so hard to find what I'm looking for? I was trying to find that graphic of a single dried berry and I'm having no luck. Okay, there we go. So I'm thinking, the Salada does not need a shower. What? Did I miss a part of the conversation going on? I don't know. I feel like I missed something going on in the chat. I'm not sure though.
Well, regardless of showers, Riley's going back to the
Club? Going back to clubhouse?
Yeah.
Tucker would probably take. I mean, Tucker hasn't had breakfast or anything. If one, so he'd probably go back to clubhouse, knowing about the, of course, going to go to the cafe.
Riley definitely needs coffee.
Aw, if Rise were making breakfast, he'd be so happy for you.
Happy for.
You would be coffee buddies.
Oh, I see.
Definitely need coffee. Definitely need. I also need emotional therapy. That's true. Coffee first. Coffee fixes all my problems.
Anyway,
He's always first.
There we go. Alright, I have a silly thing now.
so you all make your way back to the clubhouse, and breakfast is in full swing. There's bunches of Pokemon that are clamoring for their food, and of course there's Ralph at his own table with his 2.5 emptied trays.
Working on the third.
Of what looks like it could be pizza.
Having money is so good. Yum, yum.
And you guys can see that instead of Rise behind the counter, it is a...
Sorry.
It's not
Yeah.
Doritos.
What is that?
That's supposed to be that's a dried berry. I'm
Oh,
having a little trouble.
Ugh.
I know,
It's like a vase.
It's a rose hip, apparently.
It's a rose hip.
Yeah. Also, I can't get it to be
Rose
properly
hip.
transparent for some reason. So, never mind then.
Rose hips are their strength food on Haven and Hearth.
Huh.
Riley is going to 100% go for some food and coffee.
you will be presented with what's probably a breakfast platter and a cup of coffee.
Yeah, can't do it.
This is perfect. Just gonna, I guess.
I say probably a breakfast platter because you can't be entirely sure. It seems like the Charizard and the Weasel are not usually the cooks.
This is fine.
Essentially,
I
they
can't
prepared
imagine
for
I'm
you-
gonna be able to stomach all of this anyway. I'm here for the coffee.
Essentially, they prepared for you, like, scrapple, scrambled eggs with syrup, and a cup of coffee.
Right. I'm just gonna take the coffee, some of the scrapple, and I'll give the Munchlax the rest. If I eat scrambled eggs, Riley's gonna be spewing chunks all over the place. I don't think anyone wants that.
You so thoughtful. I love you, Riley. You always know just what to give me.
What? What?
Riley.
That could be 100% in character as well, and that annoys me. But okay.
The quartermaster just sort of leans over the bar and says, talking with the guildmaster. So what do you want for breakfast? And, like, the Charizard waves a ladle at Brooke, and the ladle is covered in, like, some sort of mystery breakfast stew. If any of you have watched Atlantis, The Lost Empire,
Oh god, I know exactly.
yeah, think a cookie.
I
Oh god.
think I saw that years like I don't remember that movie at all. Wow.
It's like nondescript slop. And one of the characters' comments on it was, "I'm glad I lost my sense of taste years ago."
I should see it
It's
again.
a really good
It
movie.
is a good movie.
Love that movie. I dread when it gets a live action remake.
I want it to be in Kingdom Hearts, but Disney is dumb and doesn't want it to be. They want to forget about it.
What do you even want to forget about? Didn't it
They want
sell
to forget
decently
about
well?
it. They want to forget about Treasure Planet and Road to El Dorado.
Fucking
Road to
I
Dolly
think
Wood.
Road to El
so
Dorado
great.
was not Disney, but anyway. Anything, huh?
I
Alright.
love Emperor's New Groove to be in that movie, Emperor's New Groove. I was laughing pretty much 90% of its running time. I was just freaking side-splitting laughing the entire time watching that. Yes, Ralph will graciously accept whatever percentage of his breakfast Riley gave him.
So wait, is that what we're getting if we don't ask for what we want specifically?
Well, that's what Brooke is getting.
A bowl of sloppy Joe. I mean,
Yo, Water Weasel, one
Legitimate-
special.
I mean, I don't know if this is weird, but I'm thinking about that. I do like sloppy joes, and I think if I just got a bowl of the sloppy joe mix, yeah, I'd enjoy that probably. I still want it with bread. I'd prefer it with bread, but I'd eat it out of a bowl. Why not? Sounds good.
What do you mean one special? We don't have a special. Well, hand me another bowl. We're not a restaurant, and I'm not Rise. Well, neither am I. Freaking supposed to be counting inventory.
Don't
Bring
worry,
back my gear late.
with my practice, I'll make you as good as right.
And he gives Tucker a bowl of the sloppy Joe meat sauce. What's it as well?
Tucker's nose perks up with the smell of meat, and he's really not complaining. Commence probably sloppy nom noms.
God, you're gonna have freaking sloppy Joe mix all over your face.
Absolutely.
Saving it for later, right? This is the one that actually gets some. Hold on.
He's not a. Technically, he hasn't
The
been.
Slanda is not a.
Oh shit, okay, I'm taking my platter back away from the water slacks and I'm giving it to the
Well,
Slanda.
here's the thing: the Solanda is not a member of the Pioneering Club, but the Solanda just sort of opens its mouth and it like gets shoved into its hands because they aren't exactly checking now. It's that free.
Oh, wait, what's it get? What did it get shoved in its hands?
The
A
plate.
plate of food.
Oh,
It's probably something similar to what Riley got.
I see. This reminds me of the days in. Okay, so I'm a fat ass, right? We've all established this. Back in school days, cafeteria. Sometimes I just went back in line and got more food. Like after I was done eating.
Of course you
They
did.
didn't check it. They really didn't check it.
Sadly, my cafeterias, you had like payment cards.
Yeah, they were really a lot less official, at least back then. Also, I don't remember too much because it was more, Caleb's situation, not mine. But yeah, fat ass to the from day one, I suppose, in a way.
Nice.
It's decent enough. After having Rise's food, this stuff seems like it's subpar.
Yeah. It's good if you eat a whole bunch, though.
It's hard to fuck up sloppy Joe mix, though. It's not exactly an artisan's meal. Man, I'm really craving a sloppy Joe. I haven't had one in a very long time.
Was that the animation of him like walking down the stairs? You like spinning him around?
I assume so?
Nice.
I'm not sure, actually. Or he's just pacing.
I think
Yo.
Riley is gonna be nursing his cup of coffee the time.
So, are you guys ready to get another mission?
Yeah.
So, as you guys finish up, Rise finally comes downstairs, and there's just this chorus of cheers from everybody.
Yay! I'm gonna join. Yay! Welcome back.
Alright, keep it down, everyone. Some of us are still sleeping at this hour. He just sinuously saunters back behind the bar, and you hear a pair of smacks as he shoos both the Charizard and the Buizel out of his workspace. Shoo, stop ruining my reputation.
It's okay. I gave them lots of practice. They made me 3 pizzas.
You ate that? Hey,
Yes.
it's not that bad. Mm-hmm.
You know, I can't know how much better your pizza is without having some.
Please. I'm not even going to attempt to make something like that. That's all Blaze. And trust me, I suffered through enough of his experiments. It's why he's not allowed in the kitchen.
Joke. Hey, so I technically paid for all 3 of those pizzas. I haven't gotten my free meal yet.
Oh, I see. I'll save it.
Blaze, is this true? How much did you charge him? Enough. Today is shaping up to be a long day.
It's a long day requires lots of food.
Pangora's ready to see you all, whenever you're ready. Of course, he's not going to fault you if you're not ready to take another mission yet.
Yeah, we're the best team, of course we are.
Mr. Cat person? And the slant sort of hides partially under the table when Rise looks this way. Can I work for you? No.
Oh. What?
Oh, that would have been a good idea. Because more people or more Pokemons back there means faster food,
Literally
right?
a walking furnace.
The more Pokemon back here, the more cluttered it becomes. Not to mention the flames of our little friend here are a tad poisonous.
Why don't you just have him, like, running plates to people and such?
Because Salandits don't have a good reputation around here. The only reason he hasn't been jumped yet is because he's in your company.
Yeah, if anyone tries, I'll jump on them and I'll make them flatter than they made the shenanigans.
Riley looks like he wants to say something at that, but holds his tongue.
Technically
Well.
true.
You're free to work for Pangoro and act as a guide in the ruins, but other than that, I don't personally have a use for you. And Rise sets about cleaning up his workstation since the stand-ins made a mess.
To be fair here, Rise probably wouldn't accept anyone with anybody less than 10 years cooking experience. He's
Yes,
got
Rise
standards.
is like the Gordon Ramsay of this.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Gordon. What is this pizza? Only the Munchlax would eat this.
It's raw.
We ate it anyway.
Speaking of pizza, did you see Gordon Ramsay eat pineapple pizza? It's for charity.
Did he hate it?
Oh, he's not okay with pineapple pizzas.
He's not a fan.
Now the thing is, I do actually kind of like them, but not at times.
What fresh pineapple, guys? Come on. Give me good pineapple. For God's sake.
I love pineapple pizza.
I'll link it in the chat for those interested in what I'm talking about.
So I kind of just like food, full stop. Yeah, let's go see Pingo Jingo. Hey, Pingo Jingo. We're ready. The best.
And I think I'm going to stop it there for tonight because I'm tired and this is a good stopping point before you guys go on a mission.
That's fair.
Because you guys have shopped, you have clothing and things.
And
So
Riley did not get the answers he seeks.
I'm sort of
Yay.
amazed that we were actually able to... I see, the reason I thought I wasn't aware that there was cheap 10 Poke Gears, because from what you had told me before, Cart, I figured 150 was the cheapest item.
No.
anything,
That was
and
the
that was-
cheapest garment.
I thought garments
assumption
with
was that-
stats would be like 1,000. So that's why I was like, oh, that has to be...
Normally, especially in the case of like the jewel.
Jewel's special, yeah, definitely. Wait, where did that come from again? Oh, the box.
That came from the box.
Right.
Normally garments would be much more, but I've been particularly generous, and I probably shouldn't be.
I was confused. The generosity was confusing me. I don't mind it though. I mean, it's kind of giving us all a little something to work with. Plus, you can always balance it out with harder fights and such. So.
Just means that, you know, you guys will have a reason to properly save up for money for, you know, when there are better garments, because essentially the garments you've gotten are some of the better things that are in Savantown at the moment, i.e. the basic shop.
Yeah.
I mean, you could... And here's the other thing, I don't know that you can stack up the same bonuses from garments just to have an uber bonus. I think it just takes the highest bonuses.
This is correct. I think, if I recall correctly, that's correct. Redundancy. Let me think. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something. Ah, shit. No, I was gonna sign up. What was I gonna look up? Oh, right, I remember now. Ignore me, I'm stupid. I'm kind of hungry now too, and I had Taco Bell earlier. Oh wait, no,
I'm sorry.
No, it makes sense. Actually, it makes sense. I lost blood earlier, so naturally I'd be hungrier. This tends to happen whenever this happens. It's like my body knows it needs to replenish something, so it just makes me hungrier. That was a good session.
What are we getting for this session?
Oh yeah, that's a good question. Well, probably none. I assume.
We always get 2 at least.
Well, there might be some
Yes.
social experience.
I'd say just the standard 2 experience for this session for now.
Can I get an experience for having a moment with the lizard?
You know what, sure, you can have an extra experience for having a moment with the lizard. And Brooke can have an extra experience for being so generous.
You're gonna have
Being
to...
a good leader and providing for your party.
That seems fair.
Alright, I'm buying a point in vitality.
That will be
Spend 10 XP.
2
on
levels.
that. Yeah, I put 2 levels in, spent 10 XP. Up my health to 5 out of 5. Up my defenses. Okay. You're not gonna kill me again, Car. I'm not gonna let you.
Oh, Ungolf.
That is all I can give ATM, sadly. Char
Ungolf,
and
you
Whiteheart.
already get $50 earlier. What are you doing? Ungolf, you didn't have to do that, dude.
Oh.
But just make sure you're not like starving yourself doing that or whatever, okay?
Well, thank you everyone, really, for showing up to this stream and watching and enjoying our shenanigans, and for helping Charm out.
Yeah. I mean, you're right on golf. You're right. Well, I'll get it arranged soon. That technically puts me $5 short, but it's not really a big deal. I'm always willing to accept more donations, though, because goddamn, I'm going to be spending a lot of money. Because moving in June, for those unaware. Because Eragon got us a place. He just got the keys today, if I recall.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've got to handle U-Haul costs. I have to handle gas costs. I mean, I can get help from Eragon, but I don't want Eragon spending his money unless he absolutely has to. So, moving, gas costs, U-Haul costs, costs of furnishing the place, because we both do not really possess furniture.
That's the fun part.
Oh, Tubby.
Furniture.
What's that,
Let's
Tubby?
finish it off.
That's like kind of fun, actually, getting furniture.
It is fun. It is fun. It's gonna cost a little bit, but we really don't have anything, so we actually need, like, for instance, we need to get a bed, for instance. So
I will
Just
note that an
one.
air mattress or a futon is equally serviceable.
I have one that's been stored up for a while. It's something I've
Yeah,
had for
we
a while.
have the.
I've never even unboxed it. It's just an old one I have that's perfectly new. But I'm very much used to air mattresses eventually breaking, so it's a temporary solution as far as I'm concerned. I have gone through,
Ooh,
to put it
maybe
simply, I
you
went through
get a
like 7
hammock.
of these. What's that?
Maybe you could get a hammock.
I'm not gonna staple a hammock to a rental. Terrible idea.
No, you can get a self-standing hammock, like a self-sitting.
You believe you have way more room in that place than you do.
But also, I need to help pay the apartment costs as well, and such. So, yeah, that's the reason I'm just like, I can't handle this copay myself. But now you know what? Everybody donate for this. Oh, thank you, Selena.
And a little more to boof. Boot.
And a little more to
boof.
boof. And a little more to boof. Nice. I like that. Yeah. Any additional
and
donations past
we
the
have a
copay?
new stream boss.
Like that, honestly, Selena, that'll probably cover the prescription. So, the cost of the prescription. So, that's good. I felt bad at Bacon and felt jealous about coming when it got to see it. Oh, yeah, that was a long. I remember that a long time ago. Yeah. Well, don't you worry, Ryosho. Eragon is going to get tons of cuddles when I see him soon.
Good.
That's never going to end. He's going to get tons of cuddles forever.
Oh dear.
Cuddle your Mander. Don't let him go.
But yeah, Sci-Fi was just defeated as stream boss. We have a new stream boss.
I'll give it a week.
Oh wait, who's the stream boss?
Selena there just got it. Yeah.
You just sniped it, Selena. Good work.
Yeah, he'll be back in a week. Don't worry.
We'll see.
Maybe
When he
2.
gets his next check.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
much.
see, because each stream boss is stronger than the last, and considering how long that stream boss went.
Okay, well that's because he kept healing.
I'm glad I did. By the way, there's several ways to configure the stream boss. I'm glad I decided to do the cumulative one where it gets stronger every time it's defeated. That was definitely the most interesting way to do it.
Yeah, but he's gonna donate another $200, and then bam, he's stream boss again.
I gotta double check with what health the stream boss started out at. I think it was just 100, but I can't remember.
Yeah, it was something small like that.
It was 100 or 2. I think it was 200.
I remember.
Increases by 200 each time. I think it started at.
I think I remember being
Just-
stream boss once, and I was a little over 1,000.
Huh.
That didn't last long, especially not with Shy and Ungolf.
Yeah, I
and
was
Hyper.
bots.
True that. So.
Yeah, I was it once or twice.
Yeah, that was a good session, though.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourselves.
Yeah.
And y'all don't know bugger all about what's going on with Riley yet.
Yeah,
No, you don't.
I
Probably
kind of,
won't.
Riley
I
doesn't
kind,
really know.
I kind of like that. Ralph found himself in a situation where he was kind of letting his dopey facade slip a little bit.
How was he?
And pressing for information.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true. Oh, I like how you call it a facade. Interesting.
Yeah, Pangoro was not too keen on talking to Rise in front of all of you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
actually
that's right.
surprised that none of you tried to listen at the door.
Well, it's
I
not-
mean,
I
Riley
guess
might
you're
have,
right.
but he ran away.
I figured I probably would get in trouble that I couldn't get myself out of. Sort of it, like, he's smart enough to know that in character. Like, when and when not to push his luck.
Tiger's just got this sort of respect your elders thing, and since Pangoro helped out quite a bit at the beginning and kind of established us, he's gonna be pretty obedient to Pangoro. So,
To be honest, I expected Ralph to be the one to listen at the door,
yeah.
and he didn't. And it's like, well,
I-
you guys missed a thing, but okay. It's not an important thing, mind you, but you missed an optional thing.
Yeah, the thing is, I probably already have a pretty good idea about what they know, or what they would have known, or they would have learned.
I
Yes.
debated it, like, I thought about it. I'm like,
Mostly because I think I've discussed most of that with you, Eragon.
No, I think in character, he would, well, not he would know what they missed, but I think he knows what they were talking about.
Oh, fair.
Because he knows a bit more about his situation than they do. Unfortunately. But I definitely know what was going on in that room.
Also, you know what we discussed about Riley not being completely welcome in a social setting?
Uh-huh.
You entered the first step of this.
Oh, perfect.
Question marks, but okay.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, by the way, I may
Yeah,
have
I'm
unlocked a
kind of-
certain button. Who wants to press it?
I've already left.
I think I did it last time, so somebody else gets to.
I already left. Have you saved? You sure?
I did. I saved twice. Because I'm never.
I kind of regret not listening in now, because, like, I really thought about it.
Also, Tubby, you get the honors.
But I also thought, like,
You'll die.
yeah,
None
I
of
thought
you
about
asked.
the punishment.
None of you even asked if you could hear anything on your way out. So I was like, okay, I'm going to let this slide. Potentially one of them will try and listen at the door at some point, but nope, you guys were content with a shopping adventure, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Well,
was
Riley
just like,
definitely would have done so if he was still in the building. But no, he was in the street.
yeah, I debated it hard, but just in the end, I'm like, Ralph's like thinking that, nah, yo, I'll get in trouble, and I've already pushed hard enough today.
Alright. Bless you. And since none of y'all are gonna flip the table, I will.
Me and Kyrio left already.
Well, there we go. Oh, I like how it takes the music a second to figure out. Oh shit, the tab has been destroyed.
Just like in real life. What?
What?
Okay.
I'm
I'm
only
going-
17 XP, not enough for the next strength point.
All right, stream goers.
I'm gonna...
You gotta go.
I'm gonna exit the call. Again,
Yeah,
thank
go
you all
sleep.
stream goers for coming by.
It was another good session. Thanks for coming, guys. I'm gonna end the stream as well. So you guys all
Good
have
night.
a good night too, Car. I hope you sleep very well.
Thank you.
And stream goers, I will see you guys on Friday for probably Howl for an hour. Probably Howl for an hour because I have some games I want to check out. Plus, I need to return to ray tracer. No, not ray tracer. Vector. That Vector FPS game, which I got working. So, but yeah, I will see you guys on Friday. You guys have a great night, and I will see you guys then.